rage on that beat, going crazy.
I wake up every minute with the fever dreams. I push my mind to a limit where it needs to be. I work blind, got vision I don't need to see. I'm picking mind over matter, I believe in me. I need to find more hours in the day to breathe. Need to find more power in the way I be. And when my mind turns sour with the painful scenes, I need to scream out loud, I can't stop me. I wanna be the greatest like Rocky. You know I leave them all hating like a hobby. I'm out here making moves like a lobby. And if you ain't with me, it's your loss, see. I got my mind on the facts, I'm a python. Grab what I like real fast, choke until I have everything I attack. Everything that I lack, everything that I want, and I see, matter of fact.
Cause I'm my own worst enemy. Only if I let it be. I can control anything if I can just think carefully. I control my destiny. Deep up in my mind I manifest it. Every morning I wake up obsessed, and everything I do the best. And deep within my mind you know I'll always manifest it.
What up, though? It's the word. I am your reality coach, and this is your shot of reality. But before we get into that, let me get into the chat. Gary, what up, though, brother? Appreciate you. I was in the bushes for a minute, bro. I was doing like 5 things, trying to set this up, trying to, get my head right before the show. But I was definitely in the bushes. I'm gonna finish it. I'm gonna hit the replay. Antisocial. What up, sis? 9% in the building. Bronze. What up, my brother? Appreciate you. Dee. Appreciate you. Hey, somebody do me a favor and drop Gary's link in the chat. Hey, y'all go check out Gary Bust It Down Brown. Good brother. Speak from the heart. He go give you some sauce. And this is what I tell people. People who come on here and share their perspective from a genuine standpoint, those are the people we really need to back and support, because people like Gary, I'm just being honest, brother, he just speak from the heart, man. He just speak real, it's genuine, and the information, if you can't use it, then don't try to, don't use it, but the brother has put me up on so much game, made me look at things differently, and I appreciate you. And it's rare that you run into genuine people, and I'm blessed because I've been doing that for a whole year since I've been on here, and I'm running into more and more. So we building over here. Rudy, what up, though? Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Yeah, Gary just starting his channel off, so make sure we show him some love. Make sure we show him some love. But yeah, this is something I wanted to talk about for a minute now. You know, parents never stop being parents. And let me elaborate and set a foundation for the conversation. Tay Eats in the building. What up, sis? The 9% is complete. We in the building. We got Big 9, Medium 9, and Little 9. We here. We Sugar Spice and Mr. Knight. We gonna rock out. We got some special stuff coming. I can't wait to debut one of their new intros. One of many. We putting in that work. We creating content that people, hopefully, this is our intent, to create content people can benefit from, and we want to create content that you want to support. So we putting in work. We ain't asking you to support us because you like us. We asking you to support the content because it's beneficial and it's useful. So that means we have to make sure we dot our I's and cross our T's, and that's what we're doing. And we helping one another do it. That's what the 9% is. We solution seekers, and we understand everybody don't want to be helped, but for those who do, we got the info for you. That's what we doing. Meadowbrook, what up, though? Trail, appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Hey, but this topic right here, right? So I'm gonna lay the foundation. So this is what I'm talking about, right? In this generation, I say in the past 3 generations, it's been, and that's last 30 years, right? Last 3 decades. For some reason, we got away from parents being parents and parents being friends. And the problem with that is a friend is a friend, and it is friends relationship is not like a parent's relationship. A parent's relationship is to guide you, is to nurture you, is to love you, is to discipline, right? Parents are parents, friends are friends, and people want to be friends with their kids. I understand that, but this is the reality. Those are 2 totally different concepts, and that's confusing. This is reality, right? We can sit back and debate whatever you want, but facts are facts. A friend is a friend. That's a different title that comes with different responsibilities. A parent is a parent. Now, when you mix the two, it don't mix. Like, my parents are always my parents, and I'm blessed because I still got both my parents, and they actually in the other room, right? They chilling with me for the next couple of days, so they in the next room. I'm blessed. My circumstances is different. My story with my parents is different. Everyone got different stories. Frankie Blanco in the building. What up? Appreciate you, Frankie. Appreciate you. Everyone doesn't have the relationship I have with my parents. I understand that. But if you got kids, you should want to establish a relationship with yours, right? So I'm not even talking about from the standpoint of how you interact with your parents, but you have to look at both spectrums, right? Not only how your interaction with your parents went, but how you interact with your kids now, and how you want your kids to interact with their kids. We have to be the example. This is what I'm speaking of, right? So my parents never stopped being my parents. Just because I came of age, I'm an adult, I'm mature, that don't mean I'm on my parents' level. No, they will always be my parents. Yeah, I'm an adult now. I can do what I want to do, live my life. But when it comes to my parents, how I interact with them, they will always be my parents. A level of respect should be there. A level of dignity should be there. And if you can't do that with your parents, you should want to do that with your children. Because just because something didn't go right for you, don't mean we shouldn't make it right for the next generation. There's a lot of things my parents messed up and did. They learned from their mistakes and taught me, and I didn't make those same mistakes. That's the whole key. Ain't nobody perfect, right? perfection is engaged until the end of the product. So our parents making mistakes, that's fine. That's fine. They did things so we wouldn't have to. We go do things so our kids wouldn't have to. One of those things is always give respect and dignity. That should be a standard. Meek, what up? Meek in the building. What up, Meek? Appreciate you. Listening, my kids, 39, 32 next week. Parenting never ends. That's what I'm saying, Meek. Like right now, something happened to me. My mom sit there and cuddle me like I was 2 or 3. I'm limping around the house now. My mom like, what is going on? And then she's a nurse, so it make it 10 times worse, right? And then like I literally like when I go anywhere with my dad, he trying to hold me up and hold on to me so I'm walking to. I'm like, Dad, I'm cool. I'm their firstborn, and they treat me like I'm my son. I don't say no, because they never stop being parents, and I'm not gonna do anything to make them stop being parents. They will always love me, always care, always want my best. And I know they're going to always willing to sacrifice with it. And I'm going to do that for my kids. So I have to give them that respect, that dignity. And when my son see me do it for them, guess what he going to do for me? Go give me the same respect and dignity he see me giving my parents. James, what up, though? Appreciate you. Give me the same respect and dignity. You know, this should be demanded. This should be a standard. You know, is when people say respect the elders, right? I understand all elders aren't doing things to deem respect or command respect even. You know, all elders not. Some elders act like young kids. But when it comes to your parents, when it comes to your elders, right? Me, you know, I can only speak for myself because, like I said, my circumstances are different. My elders do everything to command respect. The way they talk, the way they walk, the way they treat people, everything. They not on the internet, you know, doing flips or nothing like that. My elders ain't doing that. They ain't on here cussing people. They ain't doing all that. They very respectable people. Like I said, everybody's circumstances are different. But what I'm saying is this: parents never stop being parents. And just because someone comes of age, don't mean they can talk to their parents any type of way. Don't mean they can treat their parents any type of way. And if you do, you go understand why the generation up under you do it. You setting the tone. You know, people say I don't want to be a role model. If you get kids, that's not something that you can deny. Or why would you have them? You know, we can't say what the youth is doing and we ain't setting an example for them to do it right. We can't say, oh, they doing this wrong, they doing that wrong, if we ain't setting an example on how to doing it right. You can't do that. That's an oxymoron. That's like me giving people advice that I would never take. No. We have to set the tone. We have to set the example. You know, everybody wants the world to change. Well, what are you doing to change it? Are you doing the proper things to have change into the world? And if you are, the people up under you should be following. That's how you make effective change. It don't happen outside, it happens inside. To change anything, you have to change within first. That's within yourself, then within your home, then within your community. That's how you make effective change. Doing anything other than that, is asinine, honestly. So to fix the generation behind us, we got to fix ourselves. Where do you think they learned it from? I'm speaking from experience, right? When my little brother told me, I only do this because I seen you do it, you influence. He talking about hustling in the street. I'm like, bro, I ain't doing that now. I'm doing real estate. He said, but hey, it's too late. Then I realized, even though I matured and now I'm doing something different, the effects of what I did when I was younger is still there. It's within a generation right behind me. My little brother, what, 6, 7 years younger than me? Dad, oh, how old is Jay? Younger than me. Jay just turned. Oh, nah.
We're talking about.
Oh, say what up, though. Oh, parents always been parents.
Huh.
Say what up, though.
Hi, everybody.
Not a wife want to call. Hold on 1 second. Maybe. Hello? Online. I'm doing a lot.
Got a monster inside of me, you better watch out if you ignite me's a road ahead of full prophecy. To be the greatest beast the world has ever seen. I feed him every day like the bones clean. I feed him all the hate and he grows me. And he gets claws real big, pissed off quick. And if you cross him, you might drop dead. Metaphorically, of course, settling the score. Never getting bored, loves the blood and gore. Always wanting more, feeding from the source. They don't really understand until they feel the force departed. If you start shit, you'll be heartless in the darkness. Torn apart quick, you left scars ripped. You'll be chewed up and discarded.
And this world ain't right, won't accept it. Negative energy, I expect it. Once it's in your mind, it's infectious. So fight for your life and reject it. You better give me space, I'm protective. My adrenaline spikes when I'm threatened. And if you stay in my way, I'm aggressive. Cause when there's no exit, I'll kill when I'm desperate.
Shout out to James. I was waiting for it. Yeah, we hit 30K. I'm gonna let Pop speak to y'all for a second. Hey, tell him what you told me when you said you can't hear nobody. You don't have to put the mic on. I was just talking about parents being parents.
Good evening, everyone. I am Father of the Word. My biggest thing as a teenager, when my wife and I had the Word, because we were very young, I established a parenting concept that I was raised with, that we were not friends. I can't be your friend doing what I do and then trying to parent you, telling you to do something else. So from the very onset, I explained and nurtured him to understand when I say something, I mean what I say and say what I mean. Don't do as I say, don't do it as I do. And wholeheartedly, I was to the point that we weren't friends. You're not old enough to be my friend. I have friends my age. You're my son, and I want the best for you, and I want more for you than I'll ever have. So I'm ecstatic to always tell him, now that you're of age and older, of course, you're my best friend. You're my son. You're my child. But growing up, we couldn't have that type of relationship. And we would never establish that relationship until you matured enough that we can be friends. I was raised in a family that a kid stayed in a kid's place. So we do not understand, or we didn't understand when, I don't understand today, put it this way, when kids are around adult conversations chiming in. That's not okay with me. Because going forward, if you're expecting them to be a child, treat them as a child. But if you expect an adult response from them, how are you getting that from a kid? So that's my main point with my children, and or especially starting out at a young age as a young teenage parent. We and now, like I said today, at the age he's at, yes, that's my son. I love him. I always love him, but I can vent and listen to him vent about what's going on in his life today. Because doing as I say and not as I did kept him away from a lot of things that he didn't even have to go through. But again, we all choose our path of life, that we are going to do things and learn the hard way. And like I said, we talk about it all the time pertaining to the generation now of how kids sit with the adults, conversate with the adults in adult conversations, and then they go back to their peers, other kids, saying things that should not be said in an adult setting, taken back to a kid's table. And kids are growing up faster for that mere reason, because they don't have the experience of being a child, being told what to do and what you can't do. Some parents are afraid of their kids today, because my biggest thing, and I said this to my wife, and when and what conflict did the creation, which is the child, become more important than the creator, which are the parents? The creation is what it is. The children of the world should never be more important or equal to a parent.
Say hi to everybody. Hi, everybody, again.
I mean, what you think?
Basically what you said. It all comes down to parents and children, and children being separate from their parents, not being friends with your children.
I mean, big on the concept that we were raised both by mothers the same way, had the same Southern roots. It was stern. It was direct. And again, I grew up in the era of yes ma'am, no ma'am. If my name was called in the house, I never sit there, what, or, no. I got up, went and seen. I think I was my dad's remote control because we didn't have remotes. Oh, turn the channel. Okay, you call me all the way in here, and I'm thinking to myself. But again, today we got to be conscientious to be friendly with our child. No, I want you to be able to speak to me or talk to me about anything. But at the end of the day, inside the household, as a parent in today's world, I mean, it's a law. It has to be. I mean, things that are going on outside in the streets or in the world, we don't have that same concept of level of respect with to or believing in the elders. And the only way that you can get to where I'm at right now is by experience.
Hey, Nate.
I'm older than you, so I have plenty more experiences than you. Different, maybe, wholeheartedly, but also I got years on you that just you can't catch up to me. You can get to be the age I'm at, but you can't catch up to me what I've already experienced.
Hi, Gary.
But I'm gonna go to commercial break real quick so I can show Mama who antisocial is. You ain't been on here in a while.
I'm not a monster. I'm just ahead of the curve in a world that's lost its way.
Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, all this my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the noose it fits. I'm losing shit, a stupid myth. You choose to live or choose to dip. You choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
Yeah. There's no mercy in this world, just hunger-thirsty persons in different versions. Each new update, that shit worsens. Why? Pull back the curtain and you'll see the different vermin. We all have different burdens that all seem to cause disturbance. Yo, do me a favor, don't treat me like a neighbor. Don't need the different flavors of your problems just to savor.
But hey man, my mama worse than my son. She's up here trying to push the buttons on the soundboard. Oh man, yeah, that was Pop. I don't know if he said anything I got a rebuttal, but usually that's what we do. We go back and forth with everything, but a lot of things we see the same on. And I think that's one of these subjects because I understand how beneficial it is, for a parent to really be a parent, and that's not to say you shouldn't develop a close relationship with your child. I don't think you should call it a friendship. I think that's what parents naturally do. I think parenting that's the nurturing part, developing a relationship, being able so your kid, next in the building, Nate, what up though? Nixie, who all in the chat? My bad, I've been away for a minute. I had to get my daughter a bottle. I seen D Shep came in. What up, D? Hey, D, them Lions, man. How about them Lions, man? Yeah, that was Pop, D. That was Pop, man. And see, that's what I'm saying, man. Like I said, my circumstances is different from a lot of people. I'm very close to my parents, and I'm blessed, because some people don't even have their parents. So I understand how blessed I am. And I'm saying this, even if you didn't have that close relationship with your parents, you should want that with your kids. Just because we didn't have something don't mean we can't. We shouldn't establish that. That should be a foundation piece, right? So it's easy to argue what you didn't have and compare it to what the conversation is, but it's hard to argue that this shouldn't be implemented. It wouldn't be beneficial. Everything learns from observation. Everything. Most people mimic to learn. So establishing a correct behavior or even standard with parents and children, I think that's one of the things that was lost and what kind of messed up society as it is now. It's easy to say we don't value the old because a lot of the examples we get may not be valuable. Then you got to question, why is that? Why did they turn out like that? And then you start to see the problem. This ain't something that just started. This has been in the making. The disconnection from elders to youth, this didn't start in the last 10 years. This has been going on for the last 30. I mean, there's a lot of reasons why. Okay, those are reasons why. But the important thing is we identified and fix it. Ain't no point in talking about, oh, it was the crack era, it was this. I don't care about none of that. We understand why it happened. Now let's do something about it. Do something about it. And how you start doing that is you. You become the new example. You become the new standard. That's how you do it. It's easy to say what caused any condition. Okay, it caused it. If you ain't reverse engineering it, then you just start complaining about it. It's easy to say this is why this happened. This is what. Okay, look, we know all that. I've been talking about that since I've been alive. Why things are the way they are. I want to talk about how we fix it. Let's do something about it. That's what I'm talking about. That's the solution to fix it. I don't do all that complaining. I don't do it. You need to help them get to there, I think. And that's what Toot in the building. What up, Toot? Appreciate you with my boys. And it's an amazing feeling. And that's what I'm saying, Disha. Now, that relationship you have with your kids, guess what? That's going to be a standard. That's going to be normal. That's going to be, like when we talk about these generational curses, all it is learned behavior. It's what we believe and what we accept. That determines the behavior. What you believe and what you accept will determine how you interact. The choices and decisions you make. If you don't believe you can achieve something, guess what? You go find every reason not to reach for it. You go make every excuse not to try. So if you believe a relationship between parent and child can't be established where you can have all the benefits of what people consider a friendship without calling it a friendship, then you'll never have that. I know it's possible because I got it with my parents. That's how I know. This ain't something I believe. So getting them there, try to rebuild it with my daughter since she's now a woman and not a child, and I want to overprotect for my younger me. And see, that's the hard part too, Disha. It's it's always gonna take two. You know, like my dad, he made mistakes. You know, but I never held those mistakes against him. You know, I understood he had to live his life, and I still accepted him as my father. So it definitely takes two. But you doing what you got to do, that right there just shows that still sets an example. You know, not only for your kids, but for men in general. You know, we, even from that aspect, us men have to set examples for other men. That's just what it is. Women have to do the same thing. And the ones who don't follow those examples, then that's just them. but we can always say we did what was right. You know, I used to think, my bad. Hold on, I'm back in the chat. To find a common ground. Yeah, it's always gonna take two. It's always gonna be perspective. You know, like um, it's always gonna be perspective on how things are and why things went and outcome of certain circumstances and situations. There's always gonna be perspective. You know, but at the end of the day, you just being a father, you know, being a great father, I can tell just from the way you speak to you about your kids, and you honest. You know, it's hard for people to be honest, not only with themselves but with other people. You know, so that in itself just speaks to character. But long as you doing you, it's gonna happen. Sometimes it takes time. You know, it's definitely gonna happen. Money Ty, what up, though? Hey, make sure if y'all can drop Money Ty link, I greatly appreciate it. I think everybody else got wrenches. Feel free to drop your link. Um, but yeah, so just being that example, you know, not only for your children but other men, because like I said, a lot of people haven't had the examples, you know, growing up. So there's a lot of men still learning the different aspects of being a man, how to handle different situations and circumstances. It is no manual. You're not born with a manual, and if you ain't got the examples growing up, it's hard to develop. Even if you got the examples, this is some stuff they didn't know. No one in my family taught me about emotional intelligence. It's something I came upon. But once I learned it, I understood that's what's missing. That's one of the key ingredients, I promise you, especially with men. We are told to suppress and hide our emotions when we're younger. That becomes behavior. So as we get older, we start thinking like, hold on, man, can't nobody tell me to do this or do that. But guess what? We don't know how to properly express our emotions. When we angry, we blow up. We get aggressive, confrontational. That's not what you do with anger. Especially when you have responsibilities, when you have a family. You can't just explode anytime you want because somebody upset you or make you mad. You can't do that. Not if you have things to lose. Not if people depending on you. Sometimes you have to learn how to bottle that up, swallow your pride, and keep it moving. And if anybody tell you a man does anything less, then they don't know. Because my pride is not bigger than my family. My pride is the man. If you have those responsibilities, everyone doesn't have them, right? But I do. And if my pride can, you can get in confrontation with someone and lose your life. And then what you gonna do? Who gonna be there for your family? These are the things I had to think of. Because I seen examples of people having kids and a wife and getting into an altercation and lose their life. Now their kids and wife depending on some other dude. As a man, you put yourself in a position where you get your freedom or your life taken. Now your family got to depend on another man. Ain't no telling how he gonna treat them. Treat your kids. Treat the mother of your kids. So if that's not worth you putting your pride to the side, then I wouldn't even start a family. I wouldn't. What's the point? Your job is to protect and to provide. And you even have to protect from yourself. My job as a husband, I got to protect my wife from even myself, my own selfish desires and needs. A lot of men can't do that. It's my duty. That's why you don't see me lusting for nobody on here, doing no crazy stuff, flirting or nothing. Even when we have adult conversations, I'm respectful and it's academic, it's educational. That's what mature people, I should be, as a mature man, I should be able to have a conversation about anything. As long as I do it with respect for myself and to whoever I'm talking to and with dignity. How to be man and Chef. So we definitely gonna have to link up because I got something popping. I got something in the works, where we talk to these young men, so I'm gonna definitely link up with you. It's like I come on here talking, bro. I be on, like, I do this in real life. Like, I'm really about what I'm talking about. Teaching and educating. Everybody ain't gonna want to hear it, and that's fine. I'm not speaking to everyone. I'm only speaking to people who want effective change, who want something tangible. I'm not gonna set a plate at the table and not put food on it. Are just not ready. And Ty, I feel that, and I've been telling people this for years. It's people who not gonna be ready, right? So guess what? Holler at me when you are. I don't be faulting them people. I don't fault them. It took me time to get ready. And the same people. I got a mentor now. I've been rocking with him for 15 years. I know him for 20. I know him for, probably about 17 years. Probably about 17, 18 years. Close to 20 years I knew this man. And when I was younger, he was trying to spit game into me at the boxing gym. He was trying to spit to me. I wasn't listening. But then when I got older, like, oh, okay, I think I need to listen. He got me out of a jam. So I started listening. He started guiding me and directing me. I was still hard-headed. I didn't fully start listening to him probably until about 10 years ago, 10, 12 years ago. But everybody ain't ready, and that's fine. But I can't wait for people. I got to keep moving. And then when you are ready, you have to come to where I'm at. I can't come back down. I can't. It's cool to reach back, but I can't walk back. I can't walk backwards to help nobody. I can reach back, but that's all I can do. Because if I stop going forward, there's other people who ready that's depending on me. So I'm letting them down for someone who didn't want to get with the program. So that's what I be telling people. Like, when you're trying to start a movement, you can't wait for people to come and follow. No, you got to just move. You got to do it. The more you wait, the more BS go happen and it's just never go come to fruition. People been waiting for the last, 60 years for black people to come back together and fight and do. Man, that ain't gonna happen. You better build a tribe and create your own. That's the best sauce I can give you. Stop waiting for people. Create and build with the people who are ready. You build it, they will come. If you build it, they will come. But if you wait for them to build it, it'll never get built. It'll never get built. The seeds plant, so we move forward and let them blossom. Exactly, bro. And that's where I'm at in life. Like I said, even my YouTube experience, right? For the last year, I've been coming on here saying, let's build, and that's what we've been doing. We've been building, right? But my sister said, "Well, what are you building? What are you trying to build?" I'm trying to build something that I can put a legacy on. And if I can help people in the meantime doing it, then let's do that. Let me be an example. Let me walk. These conversations, right? A lot of this stuff I say in here, believe it or not, and I can bring people on here to attest to. This ain't taught in homes and schools. Even the simplest words we use, people don't break it down to the understanding and meaning so you can properly use it. People do things by mistake. He's talking about resilience. People use resilience in a time of need. That's something that you should live by. That's something that should be a part of you. It's not something that's used to anything. It's just, bless you. I just, but yeah, it's not hard. It's really, life is not really hard. We complicate it, overthink it, develop fears of things we never even experienced. I forgot, I was on somebody's panel and I was talking about what we doing, how we coming together, building, we starting a movement. Dude was like, "Oh, if you start a movement and people start following you, they're going to come and get you. They're going to do this." That's supposed to make me not try. Oh, well, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen. I know anything you try to build positive, somebody will try to come tear it down. Duh. You see that throughout history. But the people who did create great things, guess what? They triumphed through that adversity. People who made the biggest impact, they just kept going. They saying it was a need and they filled it. So if me telling people to be confident in themselves and showing them how and giving them tools, if that's a bad thing, then I'm a bad person. If me telling people to stop settling for mediocrity, stop settling for what's given to you, try to make yourself better tomorrow than you are today, if that's a bad thing. If me having people believe in themselves, willing to try, take chances on themselves, if that's a bad thing, then I'm a bad person. Then I'm a bad person. Most people want other people to stay asleep so they can lead them, so they can hurt them. I don't even want nobody to follow me. I want to create more leaders. I don't really, if you follow me, I want you to follow me to learn how to lead. If I can't replicate my success, then for me, that's one of the main ingredients of being a good leader is to replicate your success. I should be able to make people better than me. I should be able to take what they got, add what I got, and have them better than me. That's success as far as leadership to me. So no, I don't want no cronies. I don't want no followers. I'm straight. Don't be the people who try to stab you in your back anyway. I want people who want to be great. I'm trying to build like a 300 type. I want Spartans. I want some bad mother effers who willing to get in the dirt and mud and put that work in. That's how you change. I'm trying to build a tribe. I don't care about no community. All melanated people ain't my people. Like let's just be real. All right. All melanated people ain't my people. All of us ain't come from the same. But even look, no matter what theory you take out of Africa, or if we was indigenous people here, it wasn't all from the same tribe, and that was for a reason. But they worked with one another. Just because I'm different from people and I'm not building with people, don't mean I can't build with people. You can build your tribe, somebody else can build their tribe, and y'all can still build with one another. Y'all might can't coexist with one another because y'all got different beliefs. So you're going to have some type of clash. But if you can come together with people, that's a whole different story. And, oh, my bad. What was the question? I just seen that. I'm talking about the movie. I'm just talking about the 300. I don't know about all them. Yeah, all them Roman, Greco, and Greek. Yeah, they all did. Alexander the Great. Yeah, all of them was a little homoerect. What is it? Homoerotic. That's what they called it back then. They didn't have that. They didn't use the term gay. They used the term homoerotic. Yeah, a lot of them. Constantine. A lot of them was that was their thing. That had nothing to do with Africa. That had nothing to do with the indigenous people of America. It was more natural ways. But I know you had to pick with me, bro. I know you had to pick with me. I wouldn't have it any other way, dude. You do, and it's your passion, dude. But yeah, that's my I'm gonna drop the link. But that's my I know that was a big foundational build, but I didn't even mean to build for no hour like that. But that was just my point, you know. I think you can establish a relationship, a close bond with your kids without calling it a friendship, you know, and be close to them, you know, open, honest. You can establish that without calling it a friendship. 'Cause that it just get confusing. Parents, friends. No, man. You just cool with your kids. D is in the building.
What up, word? How you doing, bro?
What up, brother? How you doing?
Ah, man, all is well, except for the obvious, but we're not gonna touch on that.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave.
But
I
nah,
picked with you
yeah,
enough,
I
bro. I
just,
picked with you enough.
I just said we ain't touch on that. But nah, man, when I hear, I mean, I can bullshit with the best of them, but at the same time, I can share a room with the smartest of them. I may not possess the book smarts that they have, but I can, within my actual life and the little book smarts that I do have, I can always have a conversation that will, always bring things into my favor. So when I hear, you know, a bill that I can, at least contribute to, I'm always willing to jump on that. And
I
that's,
appreciate that, brother. I appreciate that.
like I said, once I actually listened to what you said, it kind of made me not sleepy no more.
Hey, bro, I got that voice, man. I got that NyQuil. I got
Nah,
that. Yeah.
you
No,
speak
bro.
real shit, and that's what made me even shit. Otherwise, shit, we wouldn't be talking right now.
And I appreciate that, bro, because I be speaking from the heart, and just if my experiences in life can help somebody else, the perspectives and the lessons I learned, it can prevent anybody else from going through it, child or man. I try to give them a soft, bro,
Bro,
because it'd have been
man,
all for nothing, right?
hey, Tay, I'm just trying to match word energy. So hopefully we both doing our job and putting your loud ass to sleep. But I'm in the comments, man. But
I
nah,
appreciate.
man, real shit
Oh,
though. All bullshit aside, man. They say iron sharpens iron. That's not necessarily true because a rock can sharpen iron, but a rock
mm,
is more shit because people more things have passed by a rock than there has a piece of iron. But you can still take that same fucking rock and sharpen that iron with it, right?
mm-hmm,
So that's like it's one of those untruths, but either way, yeah, man, it hurts me though, man, to see young cats, man, travel down the path that I traveled down, and know that if I, without knowing that if I can't at least do but one thing, but let them know, hey, there's another way, man. I didn't see it. I was you. Are you prepared to go down the road I went down? Do you think you will withstand everything I was able to withstand in the travels of my road? And I can tell just by looking and talking to some of them, no, you won't. You can't. It's not in you. But I don't never try to break somebody down. I always look at what their strengths are. And,
mm-hmm.
I try to build off of that and just let them know there's another way. And I wish I'd have saw it before I bent that corner and went, you know what I'm saying? Because when I bent that corner, I didn't realize it was gonna be all downhill before it became uphill.
And that
So
right there, bro. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, 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 no. Go ahead, bro.
I was about to say that part right there, man. Is like I'm blessed, and even listening to you, I can tell you've been through some stuff and you made it out and you realize how lucky you are. So you try to prevent people, from making those same mistakes because I look at people now and I'm like, bro, you ain't built for this. You ain't built for no street life, especially the way it is now.
Yeah.
Like when I was in the
Hey,
street,
uh,
I wasn't with a bunch of strangers. I was with family. So it was different. You know what I'm saying? It's family. So we really looked out for it. I mean, we had some little screws, but it was like we really looked out. Nowadays, these boys snaking each other because there ain't no real loyalty.
but that's always existed. Don't get me wrong, it's always existed. I was with my first crew. Shit, we've been knowing each other, the majority of us, since junior high, since elementary. And it didn't stop, you know what I'm saying, the backstabbing from going on. It just wasn't as obvious until it actually came
Mm,
out. And even still, we was able to hash certain differences, but shit wasn't never the same. I got a partner that, saved literally, saved my life out on them streets. She'll be home and she should have been home within this week, but I'm pretty sure guaranteed by next week. He been gone 25 years.
mm,
You know, I've been writing him on and off for at least the past 10 to 15, um, making sure he's straight. But at the same time, he let me know shit. He ain't need nothing financial from me because he making his way. He's one of those Brazilian guys, one of those anomalies more so that have been locked up that fucking long and didn't let that time do him. Shit, he done
Mm-hmm.
wrote a gang of books, incorporated me into one of them at the last minute, though he had it all wrong. We joke about that, but um, had started his own publishing company from prison, earned
Mm.
2 degrees from prison. So that with every and when he went to prison back then, I did my little bit of a stint, and I look at the time he did, and it's not even a fraction what I did as compared to him. But we were under the same, we were under the same laws and the same rules. So although I didn't have any like those kind of major altercations or because of either way, the resilience of somebody to do that type of time and come home with all their faculties intact and know that man, they thinking outside the walls, been thinking outside the walls, didn't let that shit fuck with them. That speaks volumes on a person's character. A lot of you youngsters ain't built like that. While he was doing all that time, I was out there in the fucking trenches doing what I had to do, you know, and it wasn't easy. But at the same time, it was for me, I felt like it was necessary. So when I look at these like these kids, man, these kids that don't have a fucking clue, but they're being misled by other kids, and then in some cases, adults that really ain't don't have any hope for their goddamn selves, so they pass on the lack of hope to their offspring and their offspring's friends and kids. You know what I mean? All that shit. That's the sad part. So that's why I don't mind. You know what I mean? Offering my time or just an ear to those that may be going through something, bro. It's well
Yeah,
worth it.
that right there, bro. That's we need more of that, you know. And I know it's hard. Like I can't be in the street, you know. I'm physically I can't, you know, especially in my old hood. I can't do that. So I can only reach where I can reach, you know. And I want to reach. I want to reach the youth. I want to make an impact on the youth, and I'm finding unique ways to do it with schools. About to start
Right.
going to schools, talking to, you know what I'm saying. So we all do it our own unique way. But the important thing is that we are there for those who we can reach, you know, no matter where they at. Miss Tracy,
Man,
what up, though? Appreciate you.
hey, Tracy Diddy, thank you guys, salute. But
Didi.
unfortunately I don't have that kind of platform of outreach. Not that I've been putting any effort into it because shit at the same time I deal with day-to-day life. You know what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
when I can, I do. For those that I'm able to reach, I'm thankful for. For those that I'm not, I don't be less thankful. I just feel a bit of sadness because I know that I told my mother, in knowledge, I think I was on a Nate, not knowledge, a Nate platform earlier, and I was telling him about how I told my mother something a few years back that when I told it to her, she looked at me and she was used to me being, whatever. She was just hoping I made it to see another day. But once I got my traction, got my footing in life, and started establishing myself in a different, light. You know what I mean? Um, I was able to come to her and tell her, "Ma, everything that you said to me, it never went in one ear and out the other. I always retained it. I just had to walk my walk before before it all to make sense to me. And unfortunately, that's what a lot of these youngsters is gonna have to do. Because it's not that they're being led or brought up wrong, reared wrong. They're just being influenced wrong, and the
Mm-hmm.
influence is outweighing what the structure of the household was. So hopefully, the majority of them, if not all, because I know saying all would be like really, it's just far fetched, but hopefully, majority of them can turn around and one day tell their parents the same thing I told my mother.
And I like what you said too. Even earlier in the chat, about your boy, and it coincided with what I said, right? So the way we make effective change is this: we start from in our home, and
Mhm.
just like you said, these kids are influenced. So why don't we start in our homes and let our kids influence the ones who don't have the dad? Let our kids bring them around us so they can get that. That's what
Right.
I think that right there is tangible. That's something that we can actually do. We all can't, like, it's taking me a while to get in these schools, right? But in the meantime, I'm setting examples at home for my nephews, my nieces, and the kids around me. So they go out and influence the kids. I'm gonna put enough confidence in them where they become the influence and not the influenced. You know what I'm saying? They actually be the ones who make the impact and not get impacted.
Nah, man, and you're absolutely right. And I have to, since we being transparent about things, I have to honestly admit, I lost my nephews. I lost one of my lost three of my nieces. When I say lost, I mean not to the like dead or anything. One of them did, but I lost them because my little brother was murdered. These are all of his kids. And the thing about it is they all looked up, they loved me, looked up to me, as children, and wanted to always be around me. But problem was me and their mothers never saw eye to eye. And that's what posed the problem. It wasn't that I didn't want them around me or anything of that nature. Is that when they wasn't around me, the things that the poison that was being put in their minds about me from their mothers. Well, one of them, she can't say anything. She didn't know me, but the other one just never liked me because of how the relationship with me and my brother was, which was awesome. Awesome is for my best friend, rest in peace, boy. But he would always pick me over them, over her more so, um, because he realized how she was like trying to be wrong, trying to be shitty towards me. But because I don't know whether it was because of my past or whatever the case may be, but when I got my footing and my brother was able to see that before he passed, and my I lost a nephew to the streets. My brother, I didn't necessarily lose to the streets because he wasn't a street dude, but he got caught up in some street shit more so. But to sit there and say that I have a relationship with his kids, I'd be lying because they were all, in the way I look at it, and it's fucked up to say, they were all on their own on a path that they were destined to go down that didn't include me. Could I have advocated more? Absolutely, but I was still grieving the loss of my brother to even be thinking about anybody else except for the one, hell, even in my own household. But my children understood that. His didn't. So yeah, sometimes we lose those that we hold dear, but it's not because of lack of love, just circumstances, bro.
Yeah. Condolences, brother. Condolences. May they rest in power. But that's man, I lost brothers, bro. One the reason I can't think is because my little brother, man, kicked me in the back of my head. Tried to jump on my mom, man. And it's like,
Mm.
So my sister, lost her. So I mean, and I tried, I tried. That's all we can do is try, you know. At the end of the day, like you said earlier, plant the seed. Lisa J, what up, though, sis? Appreciate you. Miss Tracy King, what up, though? All we can do is plant the seed. All we can do is try to reach.
That's
And
it.
You know,
That's it.
sometimes it hurt. You know, it hurts so bad when you can help somebody that you don't even know, but you can't help the people you love. That's one of the worst. I mean,
Right. That's crazy.
bro, trust me,
Yeah.
I'm there, bro. It's my whole life. It's been the people who I don't know I made the biggest impact, and the people that are close to me. It's like they don't hear me, and it's like, but you see people, other people benefiting, but you, I don't know, man. It's weird, but I had to get that out my head because that, for me, it kind of made me not want to even try at times. Like I can't even help people close to me. How am I help someone? But then you see you do help people, so it's like, okay, I can't reach them, but I can reach them. So what do I do? You know, I just keep moving forward and I help the ones I can, even the ones that's close to me. If I can't reach them, I can't let that stop me or prevent me or deter me from reaching the people who I can. And it's a tough pill to swallow, but it's a necessary one. You know,
Yeah. No, go ahead, bro. I'm concurring with you, man. It is.
yeah, it's a tough one, man. But it's a necessary pill because it is people out there who are looking, and like you were saying, you know, sometimes people ain't ready. You know, if they're not ready, then they're not ready. You can't do nothing. But it is. If I continue to wait for people to get ready, the people who are ready, one or two things will happen. Either they not gonna move, or they gonna move without me. You know, and there's no timetable on when these people gonna be ready for us to move. So you just gotta move with who ready.
You know,
And
go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
no, I was clearing my throat. My bad.
No, all I'm saying is, when you come to the realization that I mean, the reality of life is everybody got their own purpose, right?
Hmm.
Some purposes are minuscule and really won't amount to anything except for who they amount to, right?
Hmm.
Then other purposes are going to be on a grand scale. We don't look at it like that because we don't think like that. But when you realize that you've done and you're living out your purpose, you know, and my brother, you know, that was my birthday present, man. 31 fucking years. We were born on the same day, 5 years apart. He actually went on to what most would consider greatness, but he died a poor man's death in the sense of monetary shit, but he was rich because, well, all right, so back, just a quick backstory. My brother uh, was a bronze Olympian in the 96 Olympics.
Mm.
Uh, boxing, you know, his pro career was 18-2-1. When he was murdered, and it was an assassination, just based on everything I heard, because you know he didn't bother nobody. He just had a couple of vices, which was dice shooting, which he shouldn't have been shooting dice on the streets out here in Vegas any fucking way with all these goddamn casinos. But either way, the so he was killed in right before the Olympics in China, and man, they did a standing 8 count, man, 10 count, man. They stopped the whole fucking boxing ceremony, boxing events to honor my brother, and I did a poem, which it wasn't a poem, but it was a verse that I wrote, you know, for on a song that a partner asked me to get on, and it was called World News. And I think about the contrast in how he was killed and how his son was killed. And I look at it and say, well, damn, only one of them made the world news. That's some cold shit.
If you don't mind me asking, who's your brother?
Uh, his name is uh his name is Rochelle Wells, man. Anybody can uh, Google him or type him in. I'll put
No, I know, bro. I'm a boxing fan. I know who your brother is,
Oh
bro.
yeah, yeah. You say what?
Oh man, I'm a boxing fan, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah, that was my little brother, man.
Man, bro, condolences, bro. Hey, he had them hands, bro.
So his shit hit different, and it made me.
Yeah,
It was his death though. Although it hit different, it also made me look at life different, bro. And I have to thank him for eternally for that. You know how it always is around you. And like I said, he wasn't no street dude. He just liked street. He likes. I guess being his older brother and my other brother. And a lot of partners that everybody he grew up around was all street dudes. He just wasn't one of them. He just because he didn't have to be, and everybody pushed him away from. So he was always gravitated to, what I'm saying, street cats. And shit, at the end of the day, that was the demise. That was his demise. Even though I saw it, and I predicted it, and I told him. I told him, I didn't say, nigga, you gonna die over. But I say, man, I've seen people die over the same shit you continue to do, and I keep telling you, you don't need to do shooting dice with hood niggas. But that's how I died.
man.
But I took his life and the love and zeal and zest that he had for life, because the thing about him that separates, even though, okay, we'll say you got people that make it to a certain stature or certain station in life, right? They
Hmm.
refuse. They in their minds they've risen above anybody else that they where they come from, right? Shit, he was always trying to help those or be, what I'm saying, make sure that they were good, even though they was doing wrong. He wasn't like, man, go on, do what you're gonna do. He's like, in his mind, he was like, I know you're on your ass, and I know you're going to. So to prevent you from doing this, act of evil, I'm gonna make sure that here you go, so that you can continue to do what you was doing. Not that it was a good thing, but and he was well respected for that. It was just a cat that was, jealousy and envy, man, come in many forms. And people that didn't know he boxed, shit, they wouldn't know he boxed. And then those that find out, and then because those that do, you always got the average street nigga that feel like his hands is good. Oh man, and then they
Hmm.
look at my brother, and he don't look like a boxer. He never looked like a boxer. You know what I mean? But they want to find out and look at him.
Try.
Oh man, oh that man. Then he end up whooping their ass, and now they want to pull guns and shit because these niggas wasn't built for it in the first fucking place. But
And,
that's pretty much what happened.
and that was one of my issues I had to learn because I studied martial arts. I wasn't on your brother level with boxing, but um,
She was able to
they
defend yourself.
they pull out guns, bro. It's like you whoop them and then they want to run and get a gun. Nowadays, you can't. You get ready to square up and they just, they don't even try to fight nowadays.
But when you don't look the part and you just look like an easy mark because these guys figure, you know what I'm saying? Like I come through the neighborhood where he stayed at, and anybody that know me and see me, they look at me and tell that, yeah, all right, he been through that, he been there, been through it. But you look at my brother and you don't have the same fucking reaction, right? So when I pull up looking for him, for those that don't know me, and I ask where he at, I can see the hesitancy in them telling me. But then there's always that one, oh, that's his brother. Oh, yeah, he over there. You know what I mean? And it's weird. And but then let's say if he rolled up looking for me, and the roles were exchanged, the motherfuckers would think he was some kind of mark or something.
Hmm.
But not knowing that he was the worst one. You know what I'm saying? I just issued the brutality, but he knew how to
He had them
pick your ass
skills,
apart. Exactly.
man.
Exactly.
Yeah, he was a bad boy, man. It's a dude named Raquan Kimbrough. That's how I got hip to your brother. I was watching Raquan, and I think your brother was fighting the fight right before or after him. I grew up with this dude named Raquan, and
Okay.
that's how I got hip to your brother.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
how it was him. Not to cut you off, because I understand, make kind of sense because you up north, right?
hmm
And that's where he trained at originally up there. And after he turned pro, he trained in Jersey, so I would go up there and hang out with him. So I would be in Newark all the fucking time.
that's where, yeah, that's where Raquan fought at. He fought in
Tommy
Newark a
Parks
lot.
now in the gym out there.
Yeah, that's
But yeah,
crazy, man.
that is crazy. Because I mentioned my brother, a lot of people, they I don't know, but they all claim to be boxing aficionados. But then, bro, no, you really not. But for you to
It
just hear the name and on top, it registered. Yeah, that
when
is
you
crazy.
like I didn't know how he passed. You know, I remember his two title fights. You know,
Yes,
um, because one
he
of
was
them,
raw, man. He was
he was
fucking
raw.
raw.
Yeah, and I remember those, and then I remember him passing. I just didn't know what happened, and because
Yeah,
I
that's
like combat sports, boxing. Like I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I did martial arts and then went into boxing. It's a total different thing. I'm like, look, bro,
yeah,
because I was at the Crump gym, and it's a little
yeah.
different. And I'm looking like, man, I can't. I'm used to kicking and kneeing. Like I don't like this. I'm going. I'm going back
You
into
can have distance. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah. I'm
like
like
you
I'm
get at.
going back. I'm going back to Muay Thai. I like kicking people. I like nah, I'm straight, bro.
See what I'm
So I
saying?
went back,
That's
but
hand
I
to hand
always
combat.
yeah, and I always followed. But my love was boxing. I just was better in martial arts. And
Me,
then
and
I don't.
go
Maybe
ahead.
if I started in boxing and then went to martial arts, it would have been different. But um, yeah, it was just like I mean, and then like the crunk is different, bro. They put that tire down. Everybody, you put one foot in, you just going at it for a minute. And I can take the blows, but it was some like them boys. They was used to that, and I'm learning at 15, 16. You know, they've been doing this since they was little. So I get mad and start throwing elbows. Like, hold on, bro, I know how to fight too. Like,
And
I
see,
can use my body.
your training specifies you more so to not get hit. Theirs
Yeah.
prepares them to get hit.
Yeah, it's like no, man. I like, and then the older I got into Wing Chun, and then like a little bit of Krav Maga, and then I start sparring with like judo people. So it's like now I can grab you, I can use my whole body as a weapon, but it takes skill to box. Like that's one thing. That's why you see these MMA guys. They be like some of the baddest people on the planet. But when you can find to just using your hands to hit and then using your feet to
Right.
is a whole different story. It
It
takes
takes
more
a
skill.
discipline, man.
Yeah, that's
To hold your hands up,
bro,
continuously for 3 minutes at a time and throw
bro,
punches while holding your hands up because you got to bring them back.
bro,
That ain't nothing like that, bro.
bro. Look,
Me,
that's what I'm
I was
saying.
just naturally gifted as a street fighter. And people, people would always ask me, man, why, after they really, realized who my brother was, man, why you ain't never box? Because my dad trained my brother throughout his whole fucking career. And people would always ask me, man, why you didn't box? Nigga, I don't like getting hit. So,
Bro, it's this dude. He was a real good boxer. He didn't qualify for the Golden Gloves, but dude was bad, right? He told me a couple times in sparring boxing. He came to the gym. It was like he wanted to do MMA. I'm telling him like this is a totally different sport. He like, all right, bro. Threw a punch. He he stepped to the side. As he stepped into the spot, I went into a spinning elbow, back elbow. Pow! He sleep. Like told you, it's different, bro. If I miss, I can still hit you. There's no coming back. I'm my whole body, bro. So I swung.
because
You evaded. You got some good head movement. You just wasn't ready for this elbow.
you didn't expect for the back spin only.
Mm-mm. And expect like that's why I say is a different beast. So like when them MMA dudes go to boxing, that's why they get beat like that, bro. You don't play. I don't think no boxer can translate over clearly to MMA. Like Clarissa, one of the baddest women ever to box, right?
Yes.
She went to MMA. She got with a grappler. What happened? She lost. It
They
ain't all
use,
about
you
standing
guys
up.
use everything,
Everything,
and you know what I mean.
everything.
That's kind of like not on the same level because in no way is there a comparison. But when you like grew up fighting in the streets, you use whatever's at your
You
motherfucking
use
disposal.
everything. That's why
Uh,
Street Fighter like Jorge Masvidal. That's why he translated. Even if Kimbo Slice, um,
exactly.
if Kimbo was younger when he got into MMA, I think he would have probably dominated for it. Because the only thing
He
he
would
had to
have been
do
able
was
to
learn a little
acclimate
grapple.
to, yes, he would have been able to
Yeah,
acclimate to
yeah.
everything that exists. But he was used to just fighting, with
He
hands,
was
nothing but
just
hands.
used to anybody. I don't think nobody in the MMA could have just stood up and fought with Kimbo. I don't
He
think
was
that
a
would have
natural.
happened. Yeah, you had to grab Kimbo. You had to.
He,
No, you
yeah,
wasn't
I remember
standing up
watching
just
his
fighting.
backyard fights. Yeah,
Man, boy,
he went show.
man, Kimbo was an animal with it, bro. I was like, man, that made us do that, bro. We used to get the VHSs, bro. We'd get
Man,
them
yeah, yeah,
offline,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then we'd watch that. Like, come on, man, we about to do that. Nobody in the hood, bro. I remember I hit this dude so hard. I don't know, some way, I don't know what he was trying to do. I just remember I uppercut him, and he was doing like a move. I don't know what he was trying to do, but when I hit him, he was like one of his feet was in. He flipped over the fence, bro. Like I didn't hit him
It,
and lift him up. He was
it
coming off his
limp
feet. I don't
everything
know if
else
he,
in his body.
yeah, I don't know if he tried to like jump to the side. Whatever he tried to do, he came off his feet, and I swung and uppercut him. And when I caught him, he flipped over the fence. That was the first jaw I ever broke, and I didn't even try. But I'm heavy handed. Like I'm really heavy
Yeah,
handed.
I can identify. That's, I mean, with my brother, that's one of the major things I guess he loved about me. He never saw me. I would never let him. I never wanted him around me. With because I was in the streets. You know what I mean, and I knew what he was doing. But he would hear the stories, and he took a lot of them stories, man. When they left Texas and moved to Atlanta, and then we say 92 to about 6 years later, I moved to Atlanta, and I'm getting looked at by his partners like as if they knew me. But he telling the damn stories. I've not putting the 10 on the two. I've never been one on one, but also the key to that, and I have to attribute it as well, is I never started anything. And people don't understand there's a big difference
Yeah.
to starting shit and not starting shit, because you starting shit, you I mean, you're underestimating whoever you starting something with.
Mm-hmm.
And that was just no, I never was my thing. But and I ain't trying to divert from what we was originally talking about. I just had to bring him up because he was a major inspiration in how I look at life now.
Man, I appreciate you bringing them up. And like, bro, this type of person I am, type of content creator I am. As long as we bring information to the people, I'm down for it. In this conversation right here, a lot of people go hear it. Hopefully, I want to get to the point where people letting their kids hear it. Um,
Yeah, yeah,
because that's another way we can reach the youth. I got to do things. I got to clean up a little bit because you'll hear a curse word slip here and there, but ultimately, I do want the message to get to the youth. I want people to listen to me around their kids. You know, because a lot of times, if the parents can't reach them, it do take an outside voice. Because maybe they don't look at their parents in a certain way. Um, so
you know,
hearing it
you know
from an outside, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry, but the crazy thing that I think about a lot is, so you got all you guys with these in that prison genre, right?
Hmm.
And they tell you, they say, that they reaching out to make sure that the youth don't get, hope that the youth get the message, and a lot of them not. They really glorifying their shit.
Hmm.
They- but the one thing, how can you all right? So you got them saying, okay, Well, I got caught up. This is what I had to deal with on the inside. These are things that I witnessed on the inside. They're not telling you both sides of the story. They're just telling you their side, right? But
Mhm.
at the same time, so why isn't there anybody saying, I didn't have to go to prison like that? And this is how I survived the streets. And what made me, that's why I look at I did less than 2 years, about 18 months, in prison. But shit, I was out, so I was free after dealing with the motherfucking streets. That it's a whole different ball game.
Mhm.
And to be able to survive that shit and walk away and say, okay, damn, to have the epiphany that I had when I had it, that led me to want to walk away because I was loving that shit.
Mhm.
I'm not, I was loving it, man. But I had this epiphany one day. I don't know whether it be divine intervention, whatever the case may be, that let me know you got to do something different. Otherwise, you're not going. You're gonna be the statistic that you say you beat.
You
That
know what, bro? And that's what I try to do because, like me, I ran around the street, but I never did time. I never been to prison. I never been to jail for more than 3 days. I
so
never got caught doing anything I did. Only time I got in trouble was when other people did stupid stuff and I was around.
right.
I got in trouble for fights. I ain't gonna lie. But I didn't get charged. One of them I thought I was about to do some time because I broke his jaw, broke the dude. I broke his jaw in two places. Like I messed him up. He was eating through a straw, and they came and got me off my job, bro. But what saved me was the surveillance tape at the ATM. He snatched me on my car.
Initiated. You was
Yeah,
defending yourself.
yeah. So it was self defense, and I mean he was bigger than me too. It was like 6'5", 6'6". I'm 6 foot. He was good, close to 300 at the time. I was probably like 220, 225. You
Yeah,
know,
you slid. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So it was self defense at the end of the day. So, but I do try to spit it to him. I like when people try to say, "Oh, you ain't this because you ain't go to," like, bro, you got caught. You bragging on it. You bragging on you
Thank
getting caught. Like that's what happened. I didn't get caught, and I'm telling them I'm blessed. I'm lucky. I'm not bragging saying I got away with anything. What I'm telling you is don't do it because it's not, bro. I used to have to. I'm in a D. I'm on the east side. Well, I used to live on the east side of Detroit, right? It
Okay,
was
yeah,
rough
yeah.
over there,
No,
bro. Like I had to leave my house. Like my dad here right now. My mom and dad here. They tell you like I go to the store. I put a vest on, bro. Like
mm.
it was a time like it got wild. One
War
of the
zone, man.
homeboys, man, one of the homeboys died in the hood, and it was like we was all cool, right? We was literally sitting on my porch drinking. The one dude left, right, and then my boy was like, "I'm about to go to the store," and I'm like, "I got to work tomorrow." I ain't, this is I'm like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I'm working, but I'm still in the street,
Right.
and he went to the store. I went upstairs. I was drunk. Went to sleep. Like 15, 20 minutes later, my sister waking me up. Like, Reed dead. He got shot. I'm like, what? I'm like, nah. Come to find out, it was one of the boys sitting on the porch. I was cool with everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So now it's one side thinking that I had something to do with it. I'm like, hold on, bro. The other side thinking that I done told that he did it. I'm like, I'm asleep. What is all this
Slap
coming
in the
from?
middle of it.
You know how it is, like when stuff happen, everybody just starts speculating, and then everybody ready to move. So it's like people driving by my house, people, my car got. It's like, man. So it was a time for like 2 years, bro. It was just crazy nuts. I
But
couldn't, like, you pull up to the house, you looking in the bushes with the headlights, making sure ain't nobody in there. You like, bro, like people don't know how real it get. Like that's why I tell them leave it alone, bro. Because it's like if you gotta pull up to your house with a chopper on your lap to go in the house, bro.
Now
You want to
Brian
do
try
this every day?
I get it, man. And you know, you look at what a lot of these people, you know, our home, you know, our brothers, you know, our family, our friends are caught up for as far as doing time. Some of them, you know, may have been repeat offenders, and some of them just one time, and it cost them, you know, half their life, right? And I look at me and I say, okay, damn, this right, you know, I got a little record, but it's not the record that's on record that folks know me for. It's the record that ain't on record, the shit that I didn't get caught for.
Right.
And that's what I'm saying. I look at it and say that's what makes me look at it and want to reach out to these youngsters and say, man, before you even have to go and put yourself in that, because it's a game changer, man. After you commit certain acts, man, it's you never bounce back from that.
Right.
You never, not that you won't bounce back. You're never the same.
Yeah.
You know, if I would have been aware or offered the opportunities that I am, you know, that I was made aware of, and you know, especially like with the trades and the careers and shit, like what I do now. You know, I'm a union electrician, and had I known that there was another way out, man, without me having to not, and honestly, I wouldn't trade it for the world because it molded me to be who I am. But if I was able to do it and still have the same outcome, to change it, you know, if I could change it for somebody else more so, that's what I try to do, man. But this generation, bro, they are so fucking entitled. It's just ridiculous. They want to have that life. They wanna you know be comfortable, you know, financially, but they don't want to put the work in to make it happen. And that's really sad. And it's not all of them. I don't want to make a blanket statement, but it is the portion of them that you see that you're exposed to, because I spoke to a lot, man. I spoke to a lot of young guys, bro, about a way out. And not all of them was in the street. It just be like ones that I started focusing more so on the ones that I, you know, I'm like if I go to a certain store, you know, on a regular basis. Oh yeah, okay, you working out, man. I see, you know, when I see somebody that's willing to put in these long hours of doing, you know, and making nothing basically. I'm like, well, shit. If you willing to do, in my mind, if you willing to do this, you gotta be ready. You know, you can't do nothing but be a shoe in to do what I do and make the money I make. But you'd be surprised, man, at the ones that don't want to put forth the effort to become, you know, to they've gotten comfortable and standing behind a register or whatever the case may be. You know that you know just washing your car. They've gotten comfortable, man. And I don't look down on they professions or they you know with their livelihoods. I just look and shake my head at that. That's all they seem to want. They don't. They're limiting themselves, man. And that's the sad part to me.
You know what, bro? Even me working as an anesthesia assistant, I felt like I was limiting myself because I was letting somebody determine how much I'm worth an hour. I'm looking like, okay, and I was making nice money, I had benefits and everything. I had privileges in a hospital. So it was like I got comfortable, and then one day I'm looking up like, hold on, man, I'm worth more than this. Like I can't have the life I want. I can't provide the life for my kids that I want with what I'm making. So I took a gamble on myself, you know. And like you said, you know, I be feeling bad when I see, and this ain't no knock against nobody. You know what I'm saying? We ain't putting down nobody. I'm telling you this, you can do better. You know, when you see like
That
a 40, 50-year old who depended on a McDonald's job or something like, bro, you can do better.
that's
You
the
just
part.
have to try.
And like some have, I don't know whether it's from their upbringing or I never, even in my street life, I've done great and I've done bad.
Hmm.
as far as like living, man, I ain't gonna sit there and be the motherfucker to say, yeah, I was major kingpin, gang banging, drug dealing. Nah, I wasn't, man. That shit. How the fuck you think I ended up having to kick dozy and robbing niggas? Because I was falling short on things, you know. And then when that didn't pan out, hell, if I couldn't, if I didn't have the dope to sell or whatnot, shit, I might end up suffering, hurting, you know what I mean, starving, man. But it was the resilience of being able to overcome all those obstacles that makes me unique as to who I am. And I will always pride myself for that. And I got plenty of partners that had you told them, 30 years ago or whatnot, that I would be doing what I'm doing now, living how I'm living now. Shit, we'd all sat back and laughed. And it wouldn't have been because it was far fetched for them to see it, but we would look at it as who the fuck gonna give them the opportunity? That's what it was more so about. It wasn't because we
Bro,
didn't feel that we could do these things or hone these trades, but we didn't have nobody giving us the opportunity even to get there.
bro, this is what I'm talking about right here. So even I'm happy you said that because for me, I always repeat. People gave me opportunities. That's how I got to where I got, and I'm being
Hey,
honest.
salute, passionately intrigued.
PIA is in the building. What up, sis? Appreciate you. Yeah, she from Michigan too, fellow Michigander. But hey,
Hmm.
she got some great art too. Y'all go check out PIA. I don't know if she got a stick right. My phone did. Hey, is somebody in the chat with a one of the
I'm
mods
dropping
in
a
the
link
chat?
down.
Yeah, please drop her link. And check PIA out. I just ordered a seashell necklace from her. I can't wait to get that. I'm gifting it, to a loved one. She got some good art over there, and it's for sale. Go check her out. A lot of the
I'm
stuff.
looking. I'm personally looking for someone. I'm just trying to find somebody that's gonna be able to capture the likeness of my brother, because we want to get a fucking life sized
Oh,
portrait of
I
him.
got, I got one of the perfect people for you. 755 Media. She do paintings, and she really skilled. Like, bro, she painted. She paint upside down, blindfolded. Like, she really good, bro. She just did like 755 Media. We'll drop her link in the chat. Yeah,
I
link
just
up with
wrote. I
Sis.
just wrote down. I just wrote down. I just wrote it down as
Yeah,
well.
755. Yeah, she will definitely hook you up. You look on her page and see her art. Shout out to the Lit family. But it's funny you say that because like even what I'm doing on YouTube, right? The way we building on here, you know, I'm looking at this as we can create brands off of this and give people opportunity. You know, give the
Mhm.
youth an opportunity. It's different ways we building on here. It's not just with our YouTube channel, but the bigger we make our channels, the bigger impact we can have. If I can make money off of here, I can put it back into you know, and reaching the youth, giving them opportunity, introducing them to new things, different. I didn't know what a CRNA was when I was younger. I might have inspired to become that anesthesiologist. I didn't know it was more than one kind of doctor. I thought a doctor was a doctor.
Doc,
You know,
doc.
you know what I'm saying? So like being able to introduce youth to that, like 755, she got a youth art channel every Saturday. She painting with the kids. So there's people on here who doing positive things, but reaching out too. But we can use this social media thing. We can use this to make an impact. If we find creative ways to express ourselves in our experiences, we can reach the youth. We just gotta reach the people.
No, that's the key. That's the key, man. Like, we have grassroots movements, you know what I'm saying? Beat the pavement movements. And it's not necessarily it's hard because the with the exception of those that are just living in a regular household that may be going through something, it's easier to reach them just being a regular person, right?
Mm-hmm.
But motherfuckers, that's the youngsters that's out there, excuse my language, but the youngsters that's out there on the streets, just no into it. You cannot be someone regular coming to talk to them. They have to be able to relate to you.
Mm-hmm.
That's the biggest problem because there are so many people that have so much to offer that have not had to endure or live a lifestyle, but can help you to still enhance your lifestyle. But you looking at them as outsiders. But now if I come to somebody or come to these same kids and man, I did this. Yeah, I can get. Oh no, cuz I gotta let you know. What I'm saying we can talk. Yeah, I know. Yeah, man. Yeah, shot it. Yeah, man. All that, man. Did all that, man. Yeah, they relate more, which it's the weirdest shit that somebody would have to tell you that you can do better in life because they had to do worse in life, as
And
opposed to
and
somebody telling you that you can do better in life because they just chose to do better in life.
and see, that's what I'm talking about. Like with this internet, this social media, um, we we got people like you, like me, who've been through it, who can talk to reach out. It takes what I'm even with the platform, right? We can build a system where we have a variety, where we have people who can relate to anybody. That's
Right.
what these platforms can do. We as the adults, as the leaders, we have to come together, to have these discussions. So me and you been through it, and we get a brother who hasn't been through it, and we talk about the same subject. We resonate with different people, and like I said, even building a brand where it's not just on YouTube. YouTube is cool, is a vehicle, but if we
Yeah.
can't have these talks translate to other platforms, then I mean, we only gonna reach people who looking at YouTube. We need to tap into everything.
Broaden the horizons. And see, the
It,
thing about YouTube, is really and truly the impact of YouTube is kind of dead when you really look at the reach and the scope that it had. YouTube blew up during the pandemic when nobody had anything else to do but sit in the house.
mhm,
So we are remnants of those that was in the house, which I never was. I worked throughout the whole fucking thing, but
I
the
did.
yeah, it was
Mhm,
like the uh, essential workers. But
mhm,
but you have a whole slew of people, a whole slew of people that couldn't work because their jobs were shut down. They was at home, just you know what I'm saying. Now people are
mhm.
back moving around, functioning. So YouTube doesn't hit the same as it did. You know what I mean?
And see,
It
and
did.
that's what yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like even using YouTube to get the collective together, because um, like you said, you have many different people even on here, but to be able to take it off of here, have different. Man, I can't even. I have to speak to you on the back to
No, for
actually
this show, for
tell
this
you what
show.
I'm trying to do.
Matter.
You gonna be like this motherfucker crazy, bro. Like, but I am. All geniuses at one point in time been called crazy, and I just know if I get the right collective of people, I can have an impact that I desire. And it's not. It can't just be me. It's gonna take a collective of people. But I'm telling you, this is the vehicle. This is a tool that we can use. This tool of YouTube can be used. Oh, you don't have to have your camera
My
on.
bad. My bad.
Oh,
I, I
oh no,
I don't be tripping on shit. That don't bother me at all. So,
oh
anyway,
you.
I accidentally kicked myself out.
Oh, you good, bro. But
Nah,
it can is a tool that can be used. You know, it's just a tool. But if we can build on here, we can take it off of here. You know, and actually have because we all in different places, right? So if we
right.
can use this as I'm not even gonna say communication, but actually building the relationships and developing finding the proper resources to take it into the real world. You know, like if we can start the conversations here and then take them out into the house, into the community, you know.
No, for sure. Do me a favor if I forget, check the back chat. And I just want to just say, I'm not saying that YouTube isn't a influential
Oh,
vessel.
sure.
I'm just saying that it doesn't hit the same as it did during the pandemic. What I mean by that is you have more people blow up off of YouTube during the pandemic than you do for like if you were starting your shit, your channel and whatnot, and you had some of the people was interested in during the pandemic, you were more than likely to blow up. Whereas now, you know, people are only fucking with folks that they've been dealing with since the pandemic more so. So I'm not downplaying YouTube or the impact of it. I'm just saying it had a small window to where it was like a major influence to a lot of people. That's all.
Okay, bro. I'm trying to.
No, no, you good, you good.
I'm
Shoes.
just
No, yeah, yeah. Tay, that's all I'm saying. I'm not because shit. Hell, I still fuck with it. I was working the whole fucking time, but I know people that have blown up majorly. Like you sit there now and you see these same folks that have like 1,200, 1,300 people in their chat. They was all game during the time when nobody was able to move around and do shit. So all they had was social media. But now, motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? Excuse my language, yeah, but people are constantly, people actually have lives that they're able to move around and live. I remember working on a job, a casino that was, I'm overlooking the Vegas Strip, which most of the jobs, here in town, they been on that strip. I never saw the strip empty until the pandemic. So for me to be on a man lift or waiting on a man lift to come, but I'm looking out, looking out the window and to not see a soul on the world famous Las Vegas Strip, to not see, I don't even see a rat crossing the street.
yeah,
That
that was
is some phenomenal fucking shit to see.
like some Walking Dead type stuff, bro.
Man, it gives you an idea on what the zombie apocalypse would look like. I ain't lying.
Bro, I remember I had to go to one of the hospitals downtown Detroit, and I'm riding downtown on the way back, and I'm looking like I've never seen. I'm talking about you leave the club at 4, 5 in the morning, and it's still packed. Like, and you hit the after hour spot, come out, it's like 6 in the morning. There's still people walking around. Like, what is it? Like when I seen that, I was like, oh, bro, this look weird. Like, yeah. I
And
felt like
that's nothing there.
what's that? I Am Legend. Felt like
Exactly, bro. Man, look at, I was doing a remodel of a club that's like hella famous, like hella famous right now. But the place where it was originally at was being turned into something else. So the dude moved the club to this other casino, right? So we were doing this thing, right? And bro, when I tell you I'm coming to work, I get to work, we start at 6 o'clock. And it was one day that for whatever reason they had a soft opening already. So, people were able to, come into the front part of the club. But while I'm sitting there with one of my homeboys and I'm like, man, where's all these people going? I mean, long line of fucking people at 7 o'clock in the morning because I'm there early. And well, as a matter of fact, wasn't 7. So let's say I'm there at 5 something in the morning, looking at this line of people, and we had a big delay because whatever was going on, we couldn't even go in to our part of the club. So we sitting there, man. So we going on 6:30. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking at the line getting longer. And my partner didn't know that I didn't know what the hell was going on. I just brought it up. He's like, oh, you know they going into the club, right? Like, are you serious? 6:37 in the morning, a line longer than a line at Fat Burgers or Crystals or White Castle going into this goddamn club, man. I'm like, wow.
That's how it be, bro. I'm telling you, some of these spots. I'm in Atlanta. Bro.
That shit go right there. That's lit
Yeah.
right there. Yeah.
Yeah, hey, 755. I was just we spoke you up, sis. He was saying that he wanted a portrait of his brother done. And I was like, oh, we know the lady. I said, oh, hold on, let me show you. Matter of fact, over here she known as Teddy Painter. Hold on. Let me introduce 755 real quick.
Hey, we got a saying in the D. It's called What Up, Doe. You know what I'm saying? In Atlanta, they say what's happening. In H-Town, they say what it do. I wanna welcome y'all to Detroit when we say what up, though. That's right. So when you hear this song, I want you to say, hey, what up, hey, what up, though? 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 Hey, what up, though?
LSP is in the building. What up, LSP? Make it go viral. Hey.
Miss V. Yes, ma'am.
V is in the building. Y'all all piled in when I'm about to log out.
Right.
But man, this was a dope conversation. And you know what? Let me correlate it all back to the topic because, you know, parents never stop being parents. And even the discussion we just had I hope it shows people not only do you have to be an example for your children, but your children's friends may not have the example. So we got to think about that too, you know, and be able to not only, if we want to make change, we start from in the home and in our community. You know, if we can focus on that, I mean, we can make a huge impact in the world. You know, it ain't just reaching out to everyone. It's all us as individuals doing what we can individually. And if we all individually start in our homes and then go out into our communities, maybe your nieces, your nephews, your neighbors, you know, we can reach those people. That's tangible. You know, the people within our vicinity. If we all do that, you know, then we can make an impact. You know, because some of these kids, they don't have the example. So we have to be the example. You know, plant the seed. I'm not telling you to go out there and get a blowhorn on the street and collect all the kids. But I'm saying plant them seeds. Be the example. Show them it's another way. Not just tell them. Just show them. You know, we have to do the right thing.
Yeah. They not see the work. They have to see the result of the work, but they have to also be made aware of the work that it takes to do it, and let it and to be fully aware that it pays off. It pays off. It outweighs the unnecessary bullshit that they're gonna have to go through if they choose to try and take the easy route, because the easy route is by far not the easy route.
Hey, you know what I tell people? You either go pay now or later. So you put the work in now and you reap the rewards later. If you get the rewards now, you go pay for it later. So you might as well just do it now. Don't worry about it. And enjoy it instead of working later.
Because when they realize, we say 20 years down the line and doing what they do, and they realize that, man, man, I was 18 when I, jumped into this career, and I'm retiring at, 40, or under 40 or 40. Man, I still got a whole motherfucking lifetime. Like, man,
Mm-hmm.
oh my God, I got the best years of my life to enjoy my life. You know what I'm saying? That people don't get that opportunity all the time. And if I may, I'm not sure. I think Ms. V, I think you may be privy. We host. I host a men's roundtable on Miss Renee, Grown Folks Talk. I hosted on her page. If anyone has that link that's familiar, I would appreciate if you put it down in the chat. We do it every Tuesday, 4 o'clock Pacific time, 6 o'clock Central time, 8 o'clock. Yeah, I think 7 o'clock. I forget what the East Coast time is. That's the craziest shit. But I think 7 o'clock. Yeah, 7 o'clock. And we it's where men sit on a round table basically and discuss issues that men have to deal with, as black men. And I would really, I'd definitely be letting you know, because you'll be a perfect candidate to come sit on the panel, bro.
No, I think
For real.
I definitely, I know I subbed to her. I'm looking for the link now. I'm definitely planning on being there because my wife is off Tuesday.
Okay.
You said like 4 o'clock, right? I don't think we're
Yeah.
going bowling
West
until
Coast
later.
time.
Yeah, I don't think we're going bowling until later on that day. So I already made plans. I told the wife. I'm just looking for the link now. I know is Miss Renee.
Yes.
So yeah, I definitely have plans on being there, hitting that panel.
Oh
I'm
yeah, man.
definitely
It's cool. I mean, I was when it first started off, it was just me, um, just doing it, and we actually started gaining traction, man. Like gaining, we was gaining traction, man. And then my schedule changed for me to work swing shifts, so I couldn't do it for a while. And we're just getting it back started, and it's still picking back up where we left off, pretty much.
well,
So
you know
yeah,
the 9% gonna be in the house. Me and
I,
the
I
sisters
definitely
definitely gonna
appreciate it.
be there. I can't. I don't know why. I know I subbed because I looked at the channel, but I can't find it in my subscription.
Shoes.
Hold on, this probably because sometimes depending on how it's spelled, sometimes it'll be
I
at the
know. I was
very
just saying.
bottom.
I know it's Miss Renee, and I know her page is called Grown Folks Talk, but the lead in is Miss Renee. One as a matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and
Yeah, if you could put it in the chat, I don't know why I
yeah.
can't
I'll
find it in
drop
my
down and
subscription.
I'll put it in the chat, and but man, it's a pleasure, bro, for real.
Always, bro. Hey, man. Anytime, like, bro. Even if the link ain't dropped, you want to come up and speak, let me know, bro. I drop the link, or one of the sisters will drop the link in the chat if I don't see it. Definitely, bro. This was a heavy build. I like this, bro.
Tay should be able to drop it. She coming to troll me. I forgot. Tay, drop Renee shit in the chat. I forgot you supposed to be coming to troll me. Oh shoots. But nah, yeah, bro. I'm gonna get on down, man. And man, like I say, it's a pleasure. And then it's even a bigger honor that you even know who the fuck my brother is, man. That just made my evening, man.
Bro, when you said that, I'm like, when you said that was the first person, I couldn't remember his first name. I remembered the last name, but when you
They like to
said,
call him
and
Roshi.
when
Roshi.
you, bro, it was. I'm sorry. Say it again.
I'm saying, like, everybody else don't know how to pronounce his name, so they just say Roshi, but it's pronounced
Roshi.
Rosha.
Yeah, I didn't. I never knew how to pronounce his first name, but when you said he won a bronze in the Olympics, and when you said, I know his record, 18-2, but when you said he passed, when you saying he passed away. I'm like, I only know what 2 bronze Olympic winners, but when you said 96, I knew like I knew well, and I'm like, hold on, let me confirm because I know it ain't Sanchez. Sanchez just passed recently, I believe, but
You
from
mentioned
my
his 2 title
recollection,
fights. He fought
yeah,
Alex Garcia in Chicago both times.
11th round and 9th round, yeah. Car guys, that's my brother-in-law. Hey,
Alejandro Terra Garcia. Yeah, he got
yeah,
robbed. And I'm not saying you watched the fights, obviously.
yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, that shit was crazy. But nah, man, yeah, that's my little bro, man.
That's dope. That's dope. My brother-in-law. What time is it? What is you doing up? It's a boxer. I don't know if you know him, Pi. He passed I think 2018, 19, 18, 19, I think. Garcia, I forgot his middle name, Sanchez.
Because Shane, Terrence Carthen, what was the boxer out of Atlanta that got killed at the gas station? Vernon Forrest.
Vernon
You know,
Forrest,
they
yeah.
were all good friends, man. Even because I'm trying to think of nice ways to say certain shit, but fucking the little fuck Mayweather. You know, they went through, brother, they went through the amateurs together. He still calls my dad pops to this day, But I
Mm.
have a personal gripe with him anyway. But either way, that's neither here nor there. But yeah, but man, it was like a Shane, shit. Shane, my brother was like damn near twins with the exception of Shane eyes and all. So he would spar. He would bring my brother out there to Big Bear all the time to spar with him and get him ready for certain fights that required hand speed. So
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, your brother had the man.
man,
He had them
yes,
hands,
he
boy.
did. We was in the when I was living in Atlanta because they had moved to Atlanta in '92, and I moved out there in '98, and like a little bit after I came home. But man, we was sitting in the barber shop that one of his partners owned. And, we shooting the shit, and everybody, I get like I say, he always a little beknownst to me, but he always talked about me, and the bullshit I was into. And so we sitting there one day, and they was like, man, bro, man, let me ask you, man, who win out of you? And they call it about me. We'll just say D Shep. Man, who you think will win out? Who will win out of you and D Shep? And it was only a certain number of people that was privy to the answer that he gave, because he never once said it again. And he took, man, nah, he'll get me, but he knew.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love that dude to death. But try to live for that.
755 would definitely do justice. She would definitely,
I need that.
she'd definitely hook it up, man. She'd definitely hook it up.
Want to do
The
realest
realest
like
one is
going,
in the
bro?
building. Yep, Shep on the panel before you, really. Shep hit the panel before you, brother. In 2024, Shep got on the panel before you. I didn't put him to sleep before he can hit the link.
I was on my way to sleep, and I'm like, hold on, let me wake up, let me join the panel. That way, I cannot go to sleep because I do not tire of hearing my own voice.
It really, even after I was trolling him all day about the Cowboys, he still blessed me and hit the panel. He been up here with me for over an hour, bro, and we just been rocking. Even
Man.
after I trolled him, bro, I trolled you, bro. I can't apologize because it was funny, but
Nah, man, it's the reality. People take certain shit. I used to be one of those. Man, I took it back, but after I started, some shit you just get immune to. I had plenty of time. Oh, we going to the Super Bowl next year? Nope. Oh, we going next year? Nope. No,
and
man, no,
see,
we going. Now just like anybody asks me, how them Cowboys gonna do? How they gonna do today? Like shit, we'll find out when the game over.
Yeah. And see, my brother-in-law down there, he an Eagles fan.
Oh shit, man. Man, wherever it's snowing and cold at, he needs to just go lay in somebody's backyard for the. That's how I feel about that.
Joe, be nice to the guests on my panel. If we was in another chat, I will let you harass him. You don't understand how bad I trolled him today. He had enough abuse, okay? He can't look, I gotta protect my panel. I gotta protect
Outside
my
all the phone calls and text messages and the me ignoring every motherfucker that I knew was calling me for one goddamn reason.
How about those Cowboys? I can't wait to see Stephen A tomorrow, man. I know he gonna get tripped.
Fuck. He gonna have a field day.
I know Stephen A gonna trip.
I mean, like I say, man. Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead, brother. I was about to say I'm gonna
I was just saying Stephen A, man, that guy. When you look at everything from a realistic perspective, you see certain shit, and I look at me living here in Vegas, helping to build a decent number of these casinos, right?
Mm-hmm.
You realize that, man, Vegas control more than what motherfuckers want to give them credit for. Because you look at every underdog won today because all money was bet on, the motherfucking you know what I'm saying, the favorite.
Mm-hmm.
If everybody that put money on the favorite was to win, it wouldn't upset the balance of Vegas, but it would really take a dent. And them motherfuckers ain't trying to hear that shit. And like I say, watch tomorrow Philly's gonna win and Buffalo's gonna win. They are the two favorites. Should they win? Nah. But when you look at all right, let me land with this one here. When you look at the schedule of the games played, right, the competition, is there any fucking way, form, or fashion that Dallas was supposed to lose to Green Bay?
Man, no.
Statistics.
Bro, when I turned that on, I'm like, what is going on? Like it was like 14-0.
But get the shit beat out of them.
It's not. RZA, what up? Appreciate you, RZA.
So now who do Philly play tomorrow?
Philly play Tampa, I believe. Yeah, they play Tampa. Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Do you think Tampa Bay is on the same level as Philly?
No, not even close.
Watch Philly win, as they should. With Buffalo, who Buffalo play tomorrow?
Pittsburgh.
And we know Pittsburgh ain't nowhere in the fucking stratosphere of Buffalo. But watch Buffalo win. So you take all four of those favorites that lost today. All the favorites can't lose. So they picked the two that they wanted that was gonna play on Monday Night Football. And those are gonna be the two that win. Well, it didn't have to be Philly. It didn't have to be Buffalo. It could have been anybody. But they was on a different whole schedule from where all the money was put. So on the back end, somebody got to win some, but only 2 out of 6 games. Motherfuckers gonna win on. The odds ain't no joke, man. The numbers don't lie. And casinos were not built off losers.
Right. Bro, look, this is what I try to explain to people. It's called television for a reason. It's telling you a vision. It's called TV programming for a reason. It's not only programming you, but it's a program. Meaning it's already scripted, bro. Anything put on that tool, anything that's put on this is scripted and is meant to tell you a vision. Like everything is emotion, bro. Like think about how people feel after their team lose, bro. People be having I know when my team lose, bro, I be feeling like, man, I can't. Okay, snap out of it. I watch people be depressed, bro. Like,
I'm
hold
over it
on,
the next
man.
fucking day based on the fact that I
Tell live
realized
vision.
what I realized. Yeah, but I know prior to me coming to the realization of what we speaking on, man, I'd be ready. Whoop a motherfucker, I'd be ready to shoot some man. You said what?
Miss V,
My
I am
team
Miss
losing.
V. Miss V, I'm gonna chirp you out. Watch. I'm working on a series with these words, right? And I'm gonna take you. I'm gonna take you to the Latin origin, but I want to go back further and show the structure of words. But I have to do a show first to show where the grammatic language was based upon spells. You know, the English
Man,
language only got 27 characters, right? Um, and every other language got way more, at least, close to 100. What they wanted to simplify it. And the reason they created only 27 characters is because all those characters represent, man, it's deep, bro. I gotta go. I can't
no,
even say it on
I
here.
gotta be a part of that. Gotta be a
Bro,
part of that.
yeah, you gotta check me on
I'm
Rumble. On
knowing.
Rumble, I'm gonna go crazy on Rumble.
Oh,
Soon as I
just when
get
I
all
got
this
rumble
other
on
stuff,
shit too.
bro, as soon as I get all this situated, I just gotta go into the storage and get my notes because I want to build off that grammatic language, Old English, because it's significant. And when I tell people words like when was I forget who chat we was in when we was talking about raising and rearing, right? So what I
Right.
meant by
Remember that.
what I meant by that is when you raise raise is a term we use for like cattle,
Cattle and dogs and the
and
pets, animals.
that's what we raise. But rear is a term where we nurture and upbring, right? It's a difference between raising cattle and raising and rearing a child. It's the mentality. So when you rearing, you're intentionally nurturing and upbringing this child. But when you constantly saying raising, that's what you program. And we do treat this society treat children like cattle. We give them enough to sustain life, but we ain't really nurturing. We're not rearing them. People put their
Yeah.
kids in school and think the school system is supposed to teach them how to be productive citizens.
Nah,
No, they're teaching you how to be productive workers.
exactly.
Academics, they're not preparing you
You
for life.
spend all these fucking years, right? And I've been,
Hmm.
and this is something that recently over the past, maybe year or 2 years, I'll say, it was brought to my attention. We are coming through, raised through this whole goddamn cycle, right? From elementary, all the way to high school, even into college, right? And
Hmm.
we're taught everything is the same. It's like a fucking cookie cutter. No matter what degrees you end up pursuing in college, it's still cookie cutter. Professors can teach it with their eyes closed because they repeat it so many fucking times. But all it does is prepare you to work for someone else. Even when you
Hmm.
take business administration, there's never now you notice there's business administration to prepare you to work for, let's say, if you were a Fortune 500 company or just the manager of a fucking Taco Bell, right? But there's no such class as entrepreneurial to teach you to own. But not everybody, in the same token, not everybody is meant to run. Not everybody is meant to lead. Otherwise, we just have a whole bunch of motherfuckers thinking they know every goddamn thing. So the worker part of it is essential, but they don't push on. They don't tap into the owning aspect, and that's where I think this generation more than any has tapped into that. And you see a lot of independent ownership of businesses, whether they make it or not. You still see there's been more business owners in the past 4 to 6 years, I would say, than ever. And they
See,
didn't go
that's
through the conventional route.
you can't go the conventional route because the conventional route is only preparing you to be a productive worker. And
Yes.
people get it misconstrued. School is not to educate your children on how to live life. It's to educate your children. The whole structure, the creation, if you look it up yourself, you'll see why the school system was created. They needed more workers. They needed more productive workers. So that's what they're educating. All the curriculum in there, you have nothing like you said, finances. They took the trades out of school. Anything that can make you become creative or independent is gone now. You have to go to a vocational center. My brother-in-law in the chat, he teaches painting in a vocational center now. You know,
Okay.
and I'm gonna get him on the show, and we gonna talk about some of the issues that he has because he's there to teach painting. He's not there to teach your kids how to.
Be, yeah, no, I get it.
He's not there
Is he
to
on the West Coast?
discipline. No, he over here. He in he in Michigan.
Damn, I need him on the West Coast. I need volunteer my vehicle for some kind of no, I'm just fucking.
Oh, he restored. He got a restoration
Nah.
business. Bad boy, bad
I
boy.
believe it. I believe it.
Yeah,
I believe it.
Yeah, he a bad boy. But you know, some of the he's not there to teach your kids discipline, give them structure in life, how to be polite. No, your kids are supposed to come with those things and be ready to learn what he has to teach. You know, but now they want the teacher to instill all the things that should be instilled in home. You know,
there was a point in time where that did exist, even though it wasn't necessary. And it was at one point in life, I know me coming up, there were certain teachers I had that were actually a part of my village because they went outside of, just teaching in that class. They wanted to make sure it's easy for a teacher to sit there and give you a lesson. You don't get to, when the lesson's supposed to be turned in, they grade and they keep it moving. Like, what I'm saying? Okay, next. But when you have those teachers that were actually uh, will come to your house or make sure after hours to call your parent because you thought you got away with doing some slick shit and they wasn't trying to hear it because they know that that's not how you they figure that's not how you raised. Or that there should be some involvement with the parent because either the parent doesn't know what's going on and therefore they're not going to do shit, or they do know what's going on and the only reason they're not saying shit is because they're not being made aware of the severity of it. So we remember we used to have wood class, a metal shop, wood shop.
home ec. You know, we had all that.
No more.
We used to have paddles in school too.
That shit.
The ones with the holes in it.
Man.
We had them paddles too. So I mean, you're right with a lot of it. But even like where I grew up in a small town until I was 9 and moved to Michigan, right? And the dynamics was different because it was a community. So everybody knew everybody. So you couldn't get away with nothing. And they had a vested interest in educating the kids because it was a small town. Now, when I moved to the city, half of the teachers I had didn't even live in my area. None of the teachers I had lived in my area. So they didn't have a vested interest in educating the kids. They didn't really care. No. So, I mean, I think that's impactful too. That's like, even if you talk about the police, right? When I was younger, a lot of my family in Pennsylvania are law enforcement. So they knew the people of the community. When I moved to Detroit, when I moved to a better neighborhood, we had firefighters and cops in our neighborhood. So if we had an issue, we'd go right to them. And they knew us. So it wasn't like, okay, as soon as you see me and I'm in a frantic state, you drawing the weapon on me. That didn't happen. They knew you. So they talked to you. Now you got people who don't have vested interests into the community, working in the community. That right there is a problem.
And see, I sit there and say, okay, to coincide, but at the same time, contrast what you just said. I was raised in the city, and the police presence at the time in the city wasn't like on those Gestapo type shit. They were actually there to see, make sure they wasn't harassing nobody in the neighborhood, none of that shit. They, and this is growing up as a kid, they wasn't doing none of that shit. The you couldn't do something up the street and get caught doing it and it not be found out by your parents or your parents' friends down the street. You stole out the store. We had one store in our neighborhood and it was a store that actually when you want to look at it, it serviced 3 different neighborhoods. But if you got caught, and I just so happen to live directly in the cul-de-sac behind that store. So if I got caught stealing, I would have, they knew me so well, they knew my parents, but they just kicked me out the store instead of telling my parents. But now they knowing that my parents gonna find out because we got sent to the store on errands all the fucking time. So whereas I might get sent to right around the corner to go to the store to get some milk, I gotta wait until I see somebody I know to go in the store and buy the damn milk. And then what took so long? Oh, and then you gotta come up with a lie. I started talking to such and such, mom, and they this, that, and the third. And then eventually, when your parents go around to the store and they want you to come with them, and you don't want to go what you normally do, or you go and I'm gonna wait outside. Yeah, the motherfucker in the store gonna tell what happened. So we did grow up with that type of shit in the city. It just wasn't. It died out, and it died out. When it died out, it killed a lot of anything that we knew growing up as structure.
Mm-hmm. And so just it's not a simple solution because it takes a lot of people, but it's a tangible one. We start from home. We affect what we
Right.
can around us, and we spread it out. We become a cancer of good. That's something that can tangibly be done. We can actually look at it and do it. We can begin the process because I'm not interested in leaving no hardships that I could have corrected to my children. I'm not interested.
Right.
I'm gonna do everything I can, and even if it's conversations, reaching out, making an impact in my own community because that's where my kids growing up. They gonna have to go outside that. So hopefully, people will start doing that. Instead of waiting for a savior or something magical to happen, get up and do it yourself. Be the example. Flat and simple. You can't worry about what everybody else doing. You just got to do what you can do.
We just have to get back to the ground roots, man. Now, whereas going outside and playing basketball, running track, racing up and down the street, playing hide and go seek, hide and go get it, whatever the fuck they choose to do, is being replaced with I'm gonna sit in the crib and talk more shit that I know I can back up online.
Mm-hmm.
You use a bitch ass motherfucker, use a oh ass, sorry for the language. Use a H on, just whatever online. And then when they find out who it is, the person that you're talking to, and they catch you, you know what I'm saying, man, you begging and pleading and squaring up and down that you was just,
It's
man, I
just
was just
YouTube.
you shouldn't have came with,
My bad.
you know what I'm saying? No, we're saying the same thing.
They talking about it's just internet. It's not just that. So everybody don't be for play. That's what I tell. That's why I don't bother nobody. I don't bother nobody. Brother, I hate to end this, but
punishment for me. I'll end on this. Punishment for me.
Realist want to come
told
up.
to stay in the house. I ain't dealing with realists.
Hold on, realist want to come up, brother. Realist, I gotta drop. I gotta stay on now.
All on the same panel, huh?
Man, if I can get realist up here, I stay for another hour, bro.
Nah, for sure.
Let me give a couple short shout outs real quick. Y'all, if y'all trying to do anything with this YouTube thing, definitely go check out my sis 75. I'm sorry. Go check out Miss V. Her link is constantly being dropped in the chat. I'm sorry, I was looking at 75's I mean, I was looking at just kidding. But her link is constantly being dropped in the chat. That is our YouTube specialist. If you're trying to figure out in 1 year how I got to 30K, you need to go talk to Miss V because that's what she did for me. She helped me get where I'm at, and she constantly building and growing with me. I don't know everything about YouTube. That's why we have a YouTube specialist. She read over there. She keep up on all the new updates. She constantly giving us YouTube news as far as what's going on, what's about to happen. So to get ahead of the curve of any new changes that we ain't gonna read as content creators, let's just be real. We don't read. We don't, but Miss V do. So having Miss V as our YouTube specialist has worked magic and wonders for a lot of us. And I'm trying not to be stingy. I'm trying to share her out to y'all. So take advantage of it now. Because once I hit 100K and I can pay Miss V, it's a wrap. So definitely get with Miss V. I'm not sharing you once I hit 100K, Miss V. I'm not sharing. I'm just telling you that now. Uh-oh. Here we go. My ninja. What up, though, bro?
What it do, really?
Bro, dropping guilt trips. He said D up here before you, man. I said, man, let me get my ass on this panel real quick.
Hey,
Hey,
this
people.
is how you need to know is forever in 2024 you would be in second place because I was first.
Man, D, better leave me alone, man.
So look, people, what have we learned today? We learned if we want to get D on the panel, the Cowboys need to lose. And if we want to get Realist on the panel, we got to get D on the panel.
That's some cold shit right there, boy.
Hey man, it was a setup, bro. I had to.
Yeah, all right, man. I ain't mean to get on when he was about to get off and all that. And I'm saying I would have just stayed down. I ain't know he was about to get off, but I wanted to at least just, show my voice real quick and all that. Not show, but I'm coming off of a cold, so don't mind my voice.
Me too.
Nah, bro.
That's why it's so easy to type in the chat and fuck with Tay. I ain't got it.
Young Rhea is in the building. Nah, bro. I had to. It don't matter if I was about to get off or not. Realist hitting the panel, we stand. My ninja.
Riaz coming from a whole different part of the world. Yeah, man.
Ria's down there.
Ria's down there hand dropping. Drip King is in the building. Full effect. You even woke Anti up. Anti woke up to see you.
See, this is the realist. This is about the time that we just getting warmed up because they getting ready to go on and do their whole sugar and spice routine, and we just keep the whole chat crunk. But we beat them to it again.
Well, you said what, brother?
Nah, I was saying what up to Anti. See, she was like, "Really, on the camera?"
Oh man. But nah, yeah, bro. We're just giving our thoughts, man, and possible solutions to how certain shit can be avoided and how not to pass it down. That's my biggest thing. The last thing I would ever want, if I was fucked up, if it was to happen, is if I was to pass down the bullshit I was into. You know what I'm saying? They'd be like the sins of the father type shit.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't never want that to be some said. That's why I can always, scream at the top of any bridge, any building, any the tallest skyscraper, how proud I am. All four of my kids not only don't have a clue as to what, not I won't say have a clue, but never seen me in my destructive form, but have learned from me in more positive form, and they're all successful. life. That's the greatest gift that any parent can have is for their child to be better, be on the path to be better than they were.
Bro, it humbled me when my father told me, he told me like, "You're a better man than me," and I'm like, bro, I'm trying to, I'm just trying to live up, But when he told me that, that was like one of the humblest moments of my life, and I realized like me being a better version of him, that's success for him, because I want my kids. I mean, hell, my sisters and brothers, I want them to be better than me. Anything I touch, I want to make it greater, Um, I got a young bull I'm mentoring now. He about to work on his doctorate degree. I got another one. He got his master's degree in engineering. So, and they doing better than me. So it's like I feel accomplished. Like I made an impact. I did something. So that for me that's huge for me, knowing that I touched somebody and it propelled them. You know.
Hey, excuse me for a second word, but realist, goddamn, boy, they jugging at you. they, they, they go, they go.
This is the petty part of the show. If you made it to this far, if you made it to this point of the show, it might get a little petty. So,
Oh God.
I appreciate that 755. I appreciate that.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Ain't nobody telling me to shut up all night up until realist comes on.
Yo, how long y'all been on anyway?
2 hours and 36 minutes. Yeah, we had 40 in the chat for a minute. I was looking like, hold on, man, what's going
I
on?
can't see the numbers. Yeah.
Damn.
We at 18 now, but we had 40 for a minute. They was kicking it for a couple minutes. I mean, we building traction. We growing, we building. So I appreciate all the support. I appreciate all the shares, the like. I'm trying to bring the content, worthy of you sharing and hitting the like button. I do want you to do it to support, but I also want you to do it because I'm giving you a product that you want to support. So I appreciate y'all.
Listen, man. When it's genuine, when it's real, people gonna support. I keep saying that. You know what I mean? This whole time I've been on this app, I only came across like a few people that I actually like wanted to be bothered with. You know what I'm saying? There's no offense to people, but I'm just saying, we run into a lot of different people. But I remember like the first time I came across you, I don't know. It was just something about you. I was like, I want to support this brother right here, man. You know what I'm saying? I just felt that energy that you was being yourself. And even now, you never changed up or nothing like that. So I'm always willing to support that. You know what I mean? Somebody being authentic, being themselves. I support the person because of the vibe and the rapport I got with them. It don't even matter what they talking about. I'm going to support whatever they talking about just because I rock with them as a person. You know what I mean?
I appreciate that, bro. Like I said, since I felt that same vibe with you, I'm like, this my ninja, man. Just genuine, bro. And like you said, you don't run across too many people on here being fake, and it sometimes, bro, it be hurting my heart because it's like, man, I'm trying to be cool with people, bro. I'm not. Only thing I'm trying to do is get better at what I do, and as I get better, I'm gonna do different things, and I'm gonna try different things. I'm gonna go reach for the stars, and it's people who, I guess they feel some type of way, and it's like I'm not changing up. I'm just being me. I'm continuously telling you what I'm doing, what the process is. Every step of the way, I've been doing it. If something will change, I tell them like, okay, we go do this, we go do that. is like even the numbers, right? The numbers it just mean I can reach more people. That's how I look at it. The more numbers I got, the more subs I got, the more people I can reach. So I mean, it's not gonna change who I am. It's not gonna change what I do, you know. But the more successful you become, you have to implement different things. So I want to reach more people. You know, the more people I can reach, the more people I can hopefully help. You know, and then bringing the people, the collective together. You know, having different people voices. You know, different perspectives. I'm always down for that. So, you know, when y'all brothers hit the stage, when the sisters hit the stage, you know, I feel blessed because y'all don't have to, you know, and then in the manner that we do it versus the way everybody else do it, like we come together to, you know, have these good conversations. You know, sometimes they be difficult but necessary, and we do it in a manner where we set an example of how we can have difficult conversations. It might not be exciting, you know, people battling, but I'm not interested in that, bro.
But
I'm really
we ain't
not.
got to tear each other down to help build each other.
Yeah, man.
But
I'm speaking. My whole mission is to speak life. I ain't trying to tear nobody down, bro.
it's just the thing that we laugh and we joke about it. But I didn't know you was paying attention when I typed that shit in there about you putting me to sleep, right? But the thing was, in reality, I was hearing you, but I wasn't listening. Then when I decided, man, I'm gonna listen to hearing it, I'm like, son of a bitch. I mean, just like that. It wasn't like no few shows later, no, you know what I mean? It all happened right immediately.
I knew you was just joking at me, bro.
Yeah,
I
I
knew
was.
you.
That shit was.
I knew you. See, that's what I'm saying. The intent. Like, I'm good at reading stuff, and like the intent, bro. It was funny. If it's funny, it's funny.
It was
You know
funny.
what I'm
I
saying?
know it.
That's how I feel, bro. When stuff is funny, it's
What
just
it do,
funny,
Keith?
man. And it's the intent. Mr. West is in the building. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. I got something for that. I got something for that.
Keith West is in the building, y'all. Welcome, Mr. West. Keith West is in the building, y'all.
Yo, what up, Keith? Brother Keith.
Snap. But now, you know what I mean? When all right, so look at my whole thing with that is look at how that started and then look at where we are now.
Mm-hmm.
That's some crazy shit. But I am
But
finna
see,
drop down. This time I gotta go make me some tea, man, for this cold and man, you know what I'm saying? I always look forward, man. You see, I got you in the lock-in, so
oh, I
everything's
appreciate you, bro. Yeah, I'm
and then
a,
you got my issues, so you know what I'm saying?
oh yeah, I'm gonna definitely hit you up. I was trying to lock it in my phone and I don't know, it did something, so I just took a picture. But I
No,
can
no
take the
worries, no
picture
worries.
and put it in my. That's the funny thing. Like I can't manually put things in the phone, but if I take a picture, it got that iPhone like that whatever it's called. I can take the number and put it right in my phone. And I'm like, why can't I don't know. It's weird, bro.
I'm
But
still stuck on Android, so I'll never go iPhone. I refuse. I'm not gonna conform.
I'm gonna definitely
That's-
I'm gonna definitely hit you up, bro. I'm gonna definitely
nah, no doubt, man. It's been a pleasure.
always, bro. Like I said, just anytime you down there, you want to come up, just tell me to drop the link and I'll drop it, bro. No problem. I love
Absolutely.
building with the brothers, man. I love doing that because we need to see more of that. You know, having conversations where brothers actually talking about solutions. You know, it's one thing to talk about issues, but it just, for me, it's just like it emotionally riles people up. And I don't believe in that. I believe if we go talk about a problem, it's to seek a solution. It's to find a solution, or there's no purpose
That's
of
the
talking
part of the
about it.
fucking problem.
Yeah.
But let me get on, man. Realist, man. I'm gonna let you take over from here, bro.
Probably gonna be getting down in a minute myself, man. I can't, cause like I said, I'm coming over for cold. I got up here cause bro's like, yo, D up there, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, but
Bro, you
I'm gonna try to, make it a thing to like getting up here a little bit more, man. Cause I said 2024 was the year, so
definitely, bro. We waiting for you to drop them podcasts. You know, I'm gonna be all over there, bro.
yeah. Who that, Keith?
That's Keith. Mr. West is in the building.
What up, bro?
All right, mic check 1 2 1 2. Am I coming in?
He coming in loud and clear, brother.
Ah, cool, cool. I had to mess around with this thing. So what's going on, everybody? Much respect, dude. Peace, respect to my brother Word, Phyllis, D Ship, Miss V, Anti, Tay 8, Dee Dee. Much respect to everybody out there chilling. Man, I've been off YouTube all day, just kind of collecting myself and just chilling. You know what I mean? Just getting away from all the riffraff and all that stuff like that. Just taking it easy on a Sunday. You know what I mean? And reflecting.
You're not a Cowboys fan, are you?
Nah, man.
Okay. I was
I
like,
haven't even.
when you say collect yourself, I'm like, I know them Cowboy fans. They've been doing that all day.
Nah, I
Steph,
never
what
rocked with
up?
the Cowboys, man. I mean, being out here in Pittsburgh, you would think I was a Steelers fan, but I used to rock with the New York Jets back in the day. You know what I mean? Now I just kind of I don't even watch sports like that anymore.
I don't blame you because it's emotional roller coasters.
Oh yeah, pretty much, man. You go trust me. Plus being a Jets fan, I used to go through it. You know what I mean? But I heard you earlier say something about like program and how these television shows will pretty much program and it triggers your emotions and thoughts based on what you see. You know what I mean? And manipulates your brain patterns to where you see things one way, but it comes out another way, and then you're all emotionally wrapped up and attached to the situation that you're watching on the screen. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So man,
So,
but nah, I was just no, go
my
ahead,
bad.
Brian.
I was just saying, what up, though, Seth? Appreciate you coming through. Appreciate you.
Much respect, dude. D Shep, much respect. Yeah, man. But no, I was just pretty much taking it easy today. Just like staying off YouTube and just kind of like chilling in my apartment, just reflecting on everything and just preparing myself for the week. You know what I mean? You got to have days like that where you just get off everything and just kind of collect yourself. You know what I mean? Plus, I was talking with my daughters earlier today, just, talking with them over the phone and catching up and stuff.
Yeah, it'd be like that, bro.
On talk, man. Then I seen you was on, so I was like, okay, let me go over and see what's going on. And I figured, yeah, everybody's on the panel. I might as well jump on. And plus, Realist, you know what I mean? Him being, I don't know if it's the first time he was on the panel, but I was like, oh, okay, Realist is up here? Okay, I got to get up there.
That's what I'm talking about. They
Yeah,
realize you
Yeah,
make everybody come out, bro.
I
no
don't know
doubt.
about that, but
You're a
But
good
yeah,
dude. You're a good dude, Realist.
that I was saying too. I'm gonna break a lot of these words down, bro. Show the origin and how they combine words and they every like, bro. It blew my mind when I start understanding the effect of words, like how words build anticipation, and how that anticipation can affect you emotionally, right? And just the construct, they tell you exactly what it's doing. It's us who are naive because we don't understand the language. We just use it and speak it, and we use it in the manner it was told to us. But it's deeper than that. Like the effect, even when you talk to yourself, your own personal belief, you would convince yourself you can't do something with words. Like, so, I mean, to actually have or be effective in reprogramming people, we got to understand how we were indoctrinated in the first place. So I'm gonna definitely break that down in the near future.
I'm looking forward to that one. I'm definitely looking forward to that.
They tripping in the chat.
I was going to say, everybody, I can't even see the chat. That's funny because when I'm on the panel, I'm talking, I can barely see the chat. I guess I gotta go through this.
It's,
Where's it at? Chat. I guess you
yeah,
comments.
yeah, you gotta go over the comment. They got that StreamYard app though. That's what I've been using when I hit people panels on my phone. The StreamYard app. That's using that you can look at the chat and still look at the main screen. So that's what I've been using.
Oh, they must have upgraded that. I remember when I first came across that, it wasn't even working all that good. But that was like last year or something like that. I might have to download that.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
definitely updated it.
I'm gonna have to download that app too. And it's funny because I'm doing everything from my phone at the moment. You know what I'm saying? So everything I'm chatting on and everything like that, I'm doing everything from this phone here. And I know eventually I gotta upgrade and get a new phone. This one here is acting all funny. You know, these phones, I had it for at least like maybe 3 or 4 years. So I gotta switch up eventually and get a new phone.
That's how they make them now, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Man, you get one of them old Nokias that must still work. You play snakes on it and everything, bro.
Man, you know what? I was just gonna say I was on a spill to myself, right? I was on to a unique thought, right? Now remember how at one time there used to be these phones where you would just dial a number, you know what I mean? Or you put your finger in and you just turn it clockwise and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Back then, those phones were so authentic and it took you to memorize numbers, you know what I mean? Which helps with your thought process. Where nowadays, everything is put in one little device, which is really the chip that they were claiming, you know what I mean? That was supposed to be in people's head. Technically, it's in your hand. But these little chips, which are cell phones, we put so much data and information in that it doesn't even require you to think. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And these devices are so temporary. You know what I mean? It's like they're set at a certain time or year to break, and then you have to go out and buy new phones to upgrade your service or whatnot. So it's a tricky scenario, but it always takes you back to not thinking for yourself. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I just kind of clicked, like that thought kind of kicked around in my head a little bit. Like, man, this is crazy.
Bro, I was saying that about the grocery store. We the plug. What up, though? Appreciate you. I was saying that about the grocery store. Anything that makes that is a convenience that can be taken away from you. Like to me, that's it makes you dependent on an outside source. You know, people don't grow or hunt for their food no more. They just go to the grocery store. That's the new hunting and gathering, going to the grocery store. So, I mean, what if something happened where there's no grocery store?
Mm.
Now, whoever controls that resource controls the masses. Right? Like even with the phone, the GPS, people don't know how to travel or use maps no more. You need to go across country. You don't even know how to read a map. You depending on the GPS to tell you to turn left and right. They make you codependent. At some point, it's gonna be snatched from up under you. And that's how. If you look throughout history, that's how it always been. They get the masses. That's how they control you. You know, what you gonna do if they take the the toilet paper price up to $20 a roll? You need it. You go use it. You don't know what else to wipe your butt with. You know, and that's just. I mean, that's just me being funny with it. But think about it. Like,
I mean, unless you get clever, start tearing up shirts and take scissors to some shirts and stuff. And
like people, like even now, people complaining about eggs and stuff, right? But they still buying them. You can complain about it all day, but I bet you spend that money to get it.
No, real talk, people don't even go to the store no more, man. They DoorDash everything now. Man. They gotta walk to the store.
Instacart. Make you more and more dependent. And, you know, that's what. Hey, we gotta go on Rumble and talk about that, but it's for a reason. Everything is done for a reason. And then the more you study history, you see that this ain't the first time a lot of this stuff was implemented. It's been done again and again and again. We just being aware of it because we're older now. You know.
Exactly.
Well,
That's the thing that a
oh,
lot of people do. Oh, good, good.
oh no, I was looking in the chat. I thought I had hit mute.
Oh,
I
I
know I
was just
shouldn't have
saying
used
that's.
that analogy. That about socks work well too. Hey, I get you can just
Good
rinse
stuff.
it out and use it again, huh? Oh man, y'all got me
Oh,
tripping.
oh, wow, man, it's crazy, man. And that's the thing about that, man. I mean, like people look through history books and they don't get the concept that instead of you trying to be like history, you need to look at the mistakes and errors of history and try to keep it from repeating itself. You know what I mean? Because it's not necessarily that time itself repeats itself. It's the actions that people try to emulate is what keeps the history and time period circular. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm.
just the way everything is put out, people are looking at things one way, but their actions are saying something totally different. I mean, and that's why, like today, I'm glad that I actually took the time to actually get. I know I probably missed a whole lot of good streams today, but I just said, no, I got to get off the internet and get off social media and let me kind of just absorb my environment myself. You know what I mean? And just kind
Mm-hmm.
of collect my thoughts. So real talk, this was like the first time I actually got on YouTube today and I actually spoke today, like far as outside of my usual conversations with myself and my daughters, of course, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's a crazy situation. And the topic, I think the topic in here was parents always be parents or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Was that was the main topic? That
Yep.
I wish I would have chimed in earlier because I know you probably went on a good spill about that.
My pops got up here and was talking for a minute.
Oh, for real? Oh
Bro.
man.
Yeah, my pops was him and my mom staying the night. Was spending a couple nights with me. So I was like, Pops, take
Oh,
over. I let Pops take over. He claimed to be the male Oprah Winfrey. You know, he liked to talk, so I let
oh
him talk.
for real.
I always pick with him. I gotta pick with any chance I get, brother. I annoy the hell
Do
out of
that.
him.
Do that, man. You're very fortunate. I'm telling you now, man. To still have mom, pops around. You're very fortunate, man.
That's
Just
a
to be there
fact.
to have fun and joke and laugh. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of cats like myself. I don't have that, and I'm not trying to bring the energy low, but I think it's a good thing to hear that. You know what I'm saying? When we still got moms around, dad around, we can still talk to them and communicate them. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're always around, just in the physical aspect, they're still around. So I salute you, brother, for still, being fortunate, you know what I mean, and blessed enough to still have mom and pops around. So that's much respect to you, bro.
I appreciate that, and yeah, I don't take it for granted, brother, because I know how lucky and blessed I am, and that's why, another, that's why I brought this topic up too, because I see people, I know circumstances and situations are different, but if you can have a good relationship with your parents, you should, while they still here, you know.
That's a fact.
No one is perfect, People will make mistakes. Parents make mistakes, but um, me being a father now, you know, I can't fault my parents for any mistakes they made because I made my own. Would I want my son to fault me for mine? Or at least respect me enough to hear me out, so I can teach or at least explain why things happen and why things occur so they can avoid it,
That part. That part. I feel you, man. That's my thing about my daughters and stuff. You know what I mean? I try to be more than just your father, you know what I mean? And a buddy or however you may be. I want to be a inspiration, but not only just that, I want to be a tool to guide them on, what they shouldn't do, what they should do, and what they shouldn't do, based off of my actions and based off of when they see me. Like every time when I do, get a hold with my daughters and my son and we spend time together and we do what we do, they always see dad's improving. You know what I mean? Dad's always doing something different and he's leveling up. He's getting better. You know what I mean? Even though it may be a slow process, but I'm thankful enough that my daughters have that kind of understanding. You know what I mean? Of what dad is doing and what dad's trying to do. And even when me and their mother together, it's respect. You know what I mean? It's co-parenting on a respectable level. You know what I mean? We come together as a family and we got to see that. Even though we might not be together, but we still come together when necessary and we come with the utmost respect and the love because it's about them at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So being a dad, man, it changed me a lot. It took me to a different level from running in the streets and getting caught in all kind of craziness. But when they came in the world, that especially my daughters and them being born on my birthday, which is coming up really soon, you know what I'm saying? Uh, to actually have them in my life and my daughter, that actually helps me to get my head where it needs to be. You know, regardless what situation I'm in, I'm living technically to show them, you know what I mean, what a man should be, and for my son, how a man should conduct himself. You know what I mean? And those are the standards that I set for myself, giving it to them.
That's dope, bro.
Appreciate
Sorry,
it.
go ahead, brother.
I'm the only one up here who got no kids, but shout out to y'all for, not being deadbeats, man. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing I could respect about both of y'all. Because I know some situations, man. It's wicked out here, bro. You know what I'm saying? All I can say, you know what I mean? Just watch who y'all lay down with, man. Because only thing guaranteed is to have the baby. It ain't guaranteed that the person you lay down with gonna do what they got to do. You know what I mean?
And you know what, bro? I
Facts.
want to do a build one day and talk to the brothers about it's like you said, you ain't got no kids, and I didn't have mine until later years, and just the importance. We talk about females a lot, being careful and holding your womb sacred, but as men, I think it's just as important to be selective of who we do give our seed to. We have to be responsible. Um, and when we young, I wasn't hearing that. You know what I'm saying? I was told not to do it, but they didn't say, hey, you have to be selective of the female. Because I seen it though. Like I seen my boy doing child support. I'm like, I ain't going through that. My father had 6 kids by 4 women. Like I'm not doing that. But everyone don't look at it like that. So I think it's important for us to have that conversation, and some of us made mistakes, some of us didn't. So having different perspectives, from different viewpoints, I think is important, you know. So I do want to have that conversation one day. So I'm gonna get with y'all brothers and see when we can do that.
It's all the plan. And a lot of times, even when you get couples that are together and you do things right, but after a while, you start to outgrow each other. You know what I mean? And the perspective
Hmm.
starts to change. But you know what? I know from my standpoint, and I can speak on myself. You know what I mean? When I got with my kid's mother, I didn't even know who I was. You know what I mean? I was still living under a certain expectation of being something else and visualizing something else. Now that I'm in tune with who I am, I think if we would have met today, we would have been married and we would have been everything else. But it just took these trials and errors for me to go through in order to find who I was. So a lot of times people can come together and be together as a couple, but then after a while, your thoughts and your ideas start to change. You know what I mean? So that's
See
another
that?
important build. You can be with somebody for years, but then you really don't know no one on the inside. You know what I mean? You only know what they show you on the outside.
And that's why that conversation is important too, because like I said, we all expect. Like I don't even know what my future holds. You know what I'm saying? So, like you said, people do outgrow people. I've been with people, and we was cool, but as the years went on, I wanted to do more, and they wanted to do other things. So you outgrow people, and you might make a decision when you're young, and everything. Maybe everything is completely perfect, and y'all decide to start a family. But like you said, later on, you come to that decision, and I've seen situations where people, families split up, and they was actually better, because together for some reason they were toxic, but when they separated, they were better, had a better relationship between them, and can do more for the kids, provided a better environment, even though they wasn't together. They still work with one another, and um, I think that's important. So just having different experience, because one way angle, it ain't a one size fit all when it comes to life. It's just not. You can say do it this way, but circumstances and situations, different variables will cause different outcomes. So you need to have all these different perspectives, because my way may not resonate with someone, but maybe realist way will, maybe your way will, everybody ain't gonna be able to relate to what I say.
Major facts.
Right.
But fellas, I hate to end this, but we've been rocking for 3 hours. I'm about to
Oh
pass out
man.
on y'all.
Yeah, I didn't even know
I
you was
can't
on all
wait.
this time, bro.
Yeah, we
Oh
rocked
man.
out. I think I popped up at a little bit before 12:30. I said it late
Wow.
though. I meant to set it earlier, but I set the thing around like 12:05, and sometimes when you do that, and then I've been sharing things out, so the notifications probably didn't go out. You know how YouTube do. That was crazy though. I seen the room spike up like, hold on, we got 40 people in the chat.
Damn, that's
Oh
crazy.
wow.
Yeah, we had that
40.
for just a
Wow.
minute, but we had 40
All
for a
right.
minute, but hey, we got there.
I
That's the
heard
important part. So we know it's possible. Let's shoot for 50. We gonna shoot for
I heard
50
George
people.
Jefferson. I heard George Jefferson up here. He moving on up. I hear you. All right.
we just gotta bring the topics, bro. We build it, they come, bro. We talk about it, they come. There's people interested in these conversations.
Man, I wish I'd have tapped in earlier, man. Like I said, I took the vacation day. Like, nah, I'm getting off YouTube. I'm just gonna get off the internet and just pretty much just chill and absorb my environment and just get myself straight. You know what I mean? I wish I'd have came in earlier, man. I feel bad because now I'm coming towards the end of everything.
Oh, that's all right, bro. Hey, we gonna do this. I took off yesterday. I don't think I came online yesterday, did I? I don't think I came on yet. I don't even. That's how bad it get, bro. I don't even be knowing when I hit live or not.
See what I mean? And
But
that's why I
it's
caught myself today, man, because it was like this. Because you find yourself doing the same thing over and over and over again. You got to give yourself a break from all this stuff, man. Collect your thoughts. Not saying you. I'm just saying that's how I thought of myself today. It's like, yeah, I gotta get away from all this a little bit.
you got to sometimes, bro. And then it's like, I feel bad because I ain't been hitting the chats in the last couple of days, and it's just I'm editing. I'm trying to uh, create things not only for me but for the brand, for the team. And it shows. I'm trying to write up. I'm doing like 8 things at once, and then I got my real life too, my kids. I'm trying to get this business off the ground. I'm running it, but I want it a particular way. So it's still some things I got to do. So it's just, and I'm kind of a perfectionist. Like, so when I do things, I like to do it with the purpose of being successful in it. So, if I got to take the long route, I take the long route. I'm cool with that. So I understand things take time. And then just my situation, I don't have the resources that I had a couple years ago. I'm building myself back up to trying to get to where I was at, 'Cause I was a 1099 when I lost my eyesight. Meaning I was a contractor. I don't get no sick pay or nothing like that. So I was living off my um, savings for a while, So Um, just trying to bounce back. I couldn't work. I can barely stand and walk at the time. So I mean, it's just a fight, but it's one I'm enjoying. I enjoy battles, bro. Adversity, that's what propels you to greatness, in my opinion.
Facts.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
It's a hell of a story. If I can, I'm writing it, bro. If I can overcome this, hopefully I can inspire other people. You know, if I can show strength, other people can find the strength within them. Because it's not easy, you know. But, you know, sometimes we make things look easy. And that's what I'm trying to do. The easier I make things look, the more people will try it themselves. So if you're going through anything, you know, just understand if you're willing to fight, you willing to if you're willing to fight through your adversity, you willing to achieve success. That's the best way I can say it. Because if you don't try, then you're just not gonna go nowhere. You know.
Straight
So
up.
Facts.
if I'm gonna go out, I'm going out swinging, bro. That's just who I
That's the
am.
only
So,
that's the only way.
That's a fact. But yo, I appreciate you having me up, bro. Like, unfortunately, I'm under the weather. I'm pretty sure y'all can tell and everything. So I couldn't even engage the way that I would have preferred. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted to just at least jump up and say a few words and all that. Cause I'm gonna definitely make it like, you know, try to get up here more and all that. 2024, so I was gonna start doing that. I'll be better off next time. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate you, bro.
I appreciate you, bro. And yeah, we can definitely tell you under the weather, bro. I know we kicked it before a couple times. I know you under the weather. I appreciate you even coming up here, bro. We appreciate you. You know, everybody in the chat. You know, you like that elusive Bigfoot unicorn. You like that Nessie, bro. And so anytime you bless a panel, it's golden, bro. I greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, realist, I appreciate you, good brother, and I'm sending positive thoughts and energy your way, man. That you heal up and you know what I mean, keep your head right and keep doing what you're doing, man. You and Tay, man, y'all are hilarious together, man. Y'all both
Man, don't
everybody in the
mention that
chat.
full name while I'm up here. I leave, man. I leave, man.
It's all love, man.
Man,
Y'all family, to me, man. So I appreciate the hell out of both of you, man, for real. Y'all
Nah,
family.
man,
too, man.
it'd be golden. I want to get them on a panel, bro. You know how, but I won't do that to my brother. Not when he's sick. I gotta make sure realist
No,
is
not
at full
today.
health.
She knew what she was doing anyway. She took advantage of that just a few minutes ago. I'm sick. I'm trying to get my breathing under control. She clowning in the chat. It's all right. Watch this.
Photographic memory, Tay. He gonna get you. He gonna get you.
Man, good memory, man. I'm telling you, yo, that's why I enjoy Word. I'm telling you, this is home, man. I enjoy it. I love it here. You know what I'm saying? I just wish I'd have came on earlier. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna do a build with Cat Daddy, kicking it with Sensei. I don't know what we gonna talk about. Um, it's still some aspects about resilience he want to talk about. I want to talk about integrity. I want to talk about why that's important and what we can actually achieve with it. You know, so we looking to bring some information like that too. So it's gonna get real, man. Rumble, I'm about to get on Rumble hard. I don't know when. Time is a MFer, bro. Time is a MFer. You know, trying to find it to do different things, and you got to sacrifice certain things. You know, so.
Facts.
But let me get my butt off here. But I
No, y'all,
definitely appreciate y'all brothers coming up here rocking out with me. We did 3 hours, bro. That's what's up.
That's what's up.
yeah,
That's
y'all
dope.
brothers be easy, man. Appreciate y'all, man.
For sure.
No
For
doubt.
sure.
No.
The realest one is in the building, brother. My ninja, my ninja. And Mr.
Salutes.
West.
Much respect, dude, great brother Word. Man, like I said, I wish I'd have came on earlier for this build because I'm sure, but I'm definitely going to re-listen to everything. I'm definitely going to rewind this and listen as soon as you hop off. But yeah, man, appreciate what you do, Word. And like I said, I'm doing what I got to do on my end. I know eventually I'm gonna start doing something with this channel. I know I've probably been saying it for a while, but just trying to put everything together and the weather up here, the way it's going, and just trying to plan things out with work, my work schedule, because I work overnight. So I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna do the daytime, the weekend. So I'm tying everything together. You know what I mean? But I appreciate what you do, Miss V. Appreciate what she does. Anti, Tage, the realist. You know what I mean? Appreciate all y'all. Y'all family.
Oh, for sure, bro. Hey, man, if you need any help with anything, if you got any questions, let me know. And, Miss V here too, bro. So, just getting started, she can help you out too. You might be thinking about something you need, you might not, bro. I mean, especially with the content, we got ways, like even you coming over, we'll talk about it. We'll definitely talk about it. But just even now, you can be getting content. I talked to you about how we can do that.
No doubt. I'm looking forward to it, man.
Oh, for sure.
All right, but I'm gonna hop down though. Keep doing your thing, Word. Much respect to it. Congratulations on your success, man. And salute to the 9%ers.
I appreciate it, bro. Salute to all the brothers that hit the panel, man. We had D Shep up here. We had the realest one in the building, and Mr. West hit the panel. Pops even came and spoke to the people. I'm gonna try to get Moms on tomorrow. She wanted to speak, but Pops was hogging the mic. So we probably gonna get Moms on tomorrow. But man, this was a good build, man. I appreciate you, Shep. I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate Realist. I appreciate Mr. West. Keith came up here, man. This was goated. And I want to have more of these conversations. So, hey, if I do a topic or if it's something y'all want to talk about, man, let me know. I'm open, bro. I am open to these conversations. I am here to build and create solutions. Anything you may see or may have questions about, if I don't know it, we go get some people up here who do. That's just what we gonna do. I'm not claiming to know everything because I don't, but I'm willing to find the people who do. I want solutions. I don't like complaining or talking about things unless we looking for solutions. That's what we gonna do. We about that life. We all going through things. We all have to overcome things. Life is a struggle. And I mean, we either lay down or we get down. I'm one of the people who get down. I ain't laying down for nothing. So these problems are here for us to solve. That's just how I look at it. Problem ain't a problem to me. It's just a test. That's all it is. It's just a test, But y'all know what I always say. Care about how you feel. These are conversations to build nations. And if I said anything or if any of these brothers said anything that resonated with you, do me a favor, man. Hit that share button. Tell somebody. Help me spread the word. Until I think I'm coming. I'll be back tomorrow. Until then, peace out. And shout out to the Raptors, man.
You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain. Pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane. Pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test and expect nothing less, you check as I'm chess, what's happening next, yeah. He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson, he got a new engine from pain, it's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just bold and obsession. All in his possession, you got their attention. I leave an impression and take a redemption. Just kill no discretion, your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression, You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, heard it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep on this healing. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try to change, you can say no, free me.
So he's been looking for somebody who could save him, instead of searching inside for what they gave him. A strong will, strong mind causes mayhem. We could change the world, change times, rearrange them. Staying on pace, running the race, life is